Hey, I'm back with fried chicken spaghetti. Spaghetti. You got some spaghetti? God damn it. Color me hazel. You know, color me hazel. God damn it. Jane responds, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm flustered. Hello, I just wanted to thank you for clicking on my video, and I wanted to let you know not only do I create content in my YouTube channel here, Class in a Glass, but I'm also on Twitch where I play single-player games, multiplayer games, I do movie reviews, cartoon reviews, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Also, it would be a big help if you can check out my Patreon, where you can gain access to audio commentaries, reactions, and the ability to submit questions for my podcasts and videocasts. And all that content can be found in the links below. In the meantime, enjoy the video. All right, chat, so let's go ahead and get these questions first person up. Vanispheres, Vanny, thank you so much. Good, sir, for being a Juicy Gangster subscriber. Really do appreciate that. Thank you for your questions, chat. Please do check out Vanispheres. Give him some support. I believe he might even be streaming right now. I think he is. Playing that Final Fantasy, chat. He's always been so kind to me, chat. Follow him, subscribe to him, donate to him. But this is Vanispheres' first question, chat. Let's talk about Dishonored this week, chat. The Arcane Studios action stealth game, assassination game, chat. Recently, they just came out with, developed a Deathloop, which has been getting great reviews. A lot of people seem to be enjoying it. Had some issues on PC, I believe, but on consoles, the game seems to be doing pretty well. And everyone's talking about it. Definitely looks like it's going to be a Game of the Year contender, chat. So I want to play it myself, though. I probably won't play it until November. Probably November, chat. I gotta wait a little bit, but I'm looking forward to it. Fingers crossed it'll be good. Movie question, chat. Here he is. He has theme questions, and this is movie-related, chat. The Dishonored series is known for giving players the choice of being an absolute ghost and going the entire game without killing a single soul. That's true. Or an absolute murder bot. In action spy films, you often see the hero trying to be all Sam Fisher, but in reality are making all sorts of noises. True. What movie absolutely butchers the concept of stealth action? There's two that immediately come to mind because they are adaptations of stealth video games or a stealth video game series, chat. And I was like, you guys just missed the fucking point with these movies by turning into, you know, these bombastic action films. And those two being, chat, Hitman and its not really sequel, spiritual success, who fucking knows, reboot, Hitman, Agent 47, chat. You guys know I'm a big fan of the Hitman series. I played a number of the games on stream, really like them. I want to play both Hitman 2 and Hitman 3 very, very soon, sometime this year. Hitman 3, another Game of the Year contender, people have been saying. People have been saying the praise of that game, saying it's been fantastic. I want to play it. But I remember watching the original movie. I was back in the day, like 2006, 2007. Because I think the first movie came out in like 2007, and had Timothy Olyphant, who was obviously a talented actor, chat. I was like, oh, cool. I remember that trailer being so fucking cool, you know. But then I went to see movies like, oh, it's just literally a generic straight action film. That's what it is. And it has, like, really cringy references to the original games. Like, you have a reference where the kids are literally playing Hitman on, like, an Xbox or some shit while the real-life Hitman walks by. It's like, what the fuck is this? It doesn't make any sense. But it's just so much of that movie, and definitely the sequel, was just... They're just action movies. They're straight-up action movies. And, yes, you can kill people in Hitman in very exaggerated ways, but use the environment to your advantage and make it look like an accident. And this movie doesn't really do that. Like, he is just literally guns blazing, fucking assault rifles in each fucking hand, going to town. In the sequel, Jesus Christ, in the sequel, he's going around a fucking city and getting harpooned and shit and twisting people around the air. It's like, what is this? This is not the video games in any capacity. You're just using the Hitman name because it's a brand, because people know it from the video game series, and you're just making a stupid generic action film. And that always really bothered me. I was like, all right, fuck this. Another drop in the bucket, chat. 2 drops in the bucket for bad video game adaptations. There's no excuses anymore. Yes, very Michael Bay. That's Duck and Henry. You nailed it. Those 2 movies have a Michael Bay aesthetic, and that's not what you need for Hitman. Tongue-in-cheek, funny, sure. You'll have like these, kind of exaggerated accidents that happen, but they're made to look natural, you know. And so maybe you'll have an explosion, but it's like a setup. It's a setup for something that, you know, that fucking Agent 47 has to go in and do all these certain things in order for that accent to go off, but also using his stealth pistols, his fucking silver ballers, chat, with the stealth thing on and shooting all those people. I mean, that's how it has to be. making use of stealth tactics to sneak into certain places or disposing of people. And like those movies did not do that at all. They were just generic action films, and it was so disappointing. Because those are the only ones that I could really like think of. That like a movie that really butchers the concept of stealth. I mean, there's a lot of spy films I absolutely love, but I'm trying to think like James Bond is like, yeah, he uses stealth, but at the same time, they're still very much action movies. And so I'd be like, yeah, there's James Bond movies where he's just fucking shooting everybody, but that's cool, and I like that. And it naturally leads to that, especially like, hey, it's the end of the mission and the fucking base is exploding. So, of course, he's going to go hog wild. So that doesn't really bother me. But with Hitman, like the whole point of the video games is to be subtle and to make things look like accidents, to trick people. And so, yeah, those movies just completely drop the ball in that regard, because that's not what it's about. When the Fast and Furious crew are better spies than you. Yeah, they're fucking better spies. They absolutely are better spies. Those are better spy action films than the Hitman film series, no doubt. Go on. Oh, let's see what else you guys are saying here. But yeah, you're right. Michael Bay type feel. Hitman doesn't dress up as a chicken to kill a guy that goes exactly. But yeah, you need to do something like that because you got to be funny with it, or a clown. And famously in Blood Money, in that house level. Oh, so good. Hitman 3 is the Ultimate Edition of the new Hitman games. Oh, it is? Okay, so I'll just get that. So I won't bother Hitman 2. Very excited to play it, though. Very excited to play it, Sissy Man. It looks fantastic. Victor Decker, wow, I forgot all about the Hitman films. Yeah, they're just bad. They're just really bad movies. I've seen them both, and oofa. I heard the first Hitman movie wasn't bad, but I didn't like it at all. I was very disappointed by it. I was very disappointed with the things I said. I was just like, yeah, I just didn't care. I mean, 47, I will say this, Hitman Agent 47 is much, much worse. I was like, okay, we don't give a shit. We're just using the name, like at least Timothy Olyphant, like he tries, but there's nothing there for him. Nothing there for him. And I think another thing is, too, like the director for the film, I'm trying to remember, but like he didn't speak English. Like the director didn't speak English, and I'm like, well, if you can't communicate with your director, you don't speak his language, that's going to be difficult. I remember like years later, I was like, wait a minute, the director didn't even know how to communicate with the actors. And I was like, all right, there you go. I think yeah, or like have at least they know a common language. That was the big problem. So I think that was one of the many reasons why the film just didn't do or wasn't good. So and clearly the filmmakers just they were just capitalizing on the brand and just using the name and while just making a really generic action film. So yeah, that is my answer right there. Hitman and Hitman Agent 47, its sequel, spiritual successor. I remember back in the day too when Hitman Agent 47 was being made. Paul Walker was supposed to play Agent 47, but by the time he was supposed to start filming, he had passed away. He had died. Right, wait, Chris, you can actually import the levels from Hitman 1 and 2. And what? And it retroactively applies the better graphics to the previous two games because of how they built the engine. That's fucking cool. I'll just get Hitman because I own Hitman 1, the rebooted series. So I'll just get Hitman 3 then. Perfect. Neato. Nice. Can I just buy levels of Hitman 2? That's nice. I just got Hitman 2 on PS Plus Pass. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's free too. Nice. Very cool. I think let me know. I want to play Hitman 3 this year, chat. Again, I'm just so many games. Like November and December are going to definitely be the months where I'll get to my backlog of the big games of 2021. Hitman 3 is on that list. I have to finish up Psychonauts. I'll play Deathloop. I'll play Far Cry 6. So a lot of stuff that I'll be doing. But yeah. Yeah. But I always loved the series, and it's very mishandled in the movies. Although I don't feel the need for a Hitman film series. I was like, nah, I'm fine with them as video games. Maybe like an animated series. That'd be cool, but I don't need that. It's funny, the developer, goddamn it, IOI Interactive. It's IOI, right? Who makes these games? They're doing the James Bond game. That's what they're working on next. So Hitman looks. I don't think we're going to be seeing Hitman for a while, chat. But I get it. I mean, Hitman 3 is such a great swan song, at least for the moment, because I think they're a one team developer. So, I mean, I'm sure the game will get support, of course. But I think that it's going to be all hands on deck in regards to that James Bond game. So it's such a big property, which I'm very excited to see what they'll do with that. That'll be fun. Bach, Xavier Gens, director of the first film, but Fox fucked him over on the film. Xavier Gens. The film, same way how they fuck over John Woo's American action films of Hard Target and Broken Arrow. I mean, I guess so. I mean, he was probably told what to do, but the fact that like he literally could not communicate to his actors was just bizarre to me. Because they didn't speak the same language. I don't know. Why would you do something like that? But, yeah, not surprised. TV question, chat. Corvo, the main character of the original game, can be super creative as he works his way through the Dishonored series by using the environment to distract guards and civilians. In shows, you often see the hero do something similar. MacGyver comes to mind as the quintessential use random crap to save the day. What's your favorite scene in a show where the hero used the environment to distract a guard or knock out a villain or henchperson? This one I have to think about, like in terms of like a series, like a TV series. You know, I haven't watched too many like spy TV shows, only a couple, or just shows where I don't know. It's like I really struggle to answer this one, but I came up with one where it was in Breaking Bad, chat, where it was in the first season with Walter White, where he's confronting Tuco. And what he does use his environment to his advantage, and he tricks Tuco in regards to this bag of meth that he has. It's a iconic moment in the series, chat, in the first season. I think it's the first season, and where he brings this bag where, you know, he wants to be paid the specific money, shows the product, and, you know, and Tuco obviously is still threatening him, intimidating him, and then, you know, Walt is like saying, listen, you got a lot of things correct, but this right here, this isn't meth. And he throws on the fucking ground. It's like a bomb. It's like basically it's this chemical that he made that appears like meth, but it has this fucking reaction. It blows up like his little like hideout. And I thought that was such a cool move. It's like, wow, you tricked the guy to make it look like something he's so used to seeing every day of his life, and bamboozled him. And I thought that was really cool. That this is not meth scene. Boom, and it blows up. You know, we see Walt doing that throughout the entire series, especially like with Gus later on, using his one weakness, which is his hatred for the Senior Salamanca, chat. You know, what's the guy's, God, I forget his name. Hector, Senior Ding Ding, chat. Hector Salamanca, using his hatred for him at his own advantage, using the environment against him with his wheelchair, putting the fucking pipe bomb in there. But definitely, yeah, Walter White, the not meth scene is big for me. So, okay, I gotta go, Chris. It's my dad's day off, and they're so rare. We're gonna do the hand of your father. No problem, Nelson Kima. This video will be up there for you to watch later on, so don't worry. Check out the VOD, but enjoy your day with your dad. No problem. Cheers and salute to you. And the other ones, chat, you know, again, I was like, well, hey, use the environment, use what's on your body to your advantage, chat. And the only one I could think of was in Firefly. So Christina Hendricks guest stars in 2 Firefly episodes, and there's one where she basically tricks Malcolm Reynolds, chat, played by Nathan Fillion, who is like the captain. He's the main character of the show, but tricks him into marrying him and then trying to basically steal his ship and kill the crew and things. But in order to trick him, she woos him, chat. She woos him with her body. She uses what she's got, chat. I remember that famously in the scene. He's like, staring at them big old bazoongas. There's that one, chat, I would say. So that's using the environment to your advantage. Knocking someone out. He fell on his fucking ass. There's no doubt about that, chat. Show him what you got. Show him what you got, okay? And then another one, chat. I mean, I don't know. Christina Hendricks was just on the mind for some reason, but in Mad Men, chat, there's that famous iconic scene when you have all these horny old men just drinking, and there's like a one-way mirror. And it's a training session for like secretaries and typists. And Christina Hendricks is monitoring them, making sure they're doing okay, making sure they're doing what they're supposed to do. And she knows that's like a two-way mirror. And so there's the famous fucking scene when she like literally like leans down and she's in that red dress and boom. And you get one of the characters, I think Slattery or something, who literally stands up and goes, I'll salute that ass, and he just salutes. And she has these guys in her fucking hand, chat, like putty. And it's like, good for you, girl. Use what you got to get what you want. And I admire that, chat. And there's a lot of things with male characters that use their good looks to their advantage to get what they want. But yeah, this was really hard for me to answer because I couldn't think of a particular thing with using the environment to distract a girl other than someone's physical appearance or like Walter White using a specific thing that someone is used to seeing every day, but it's really not that. So those are the things that really came to mind for me. What about you guys? The show Burn Notice. Yes, I remember Burn Notice. The show Burn Notice does a lot of stuff where the main character uses the environment to his advantage. Oh, I should have done that. I watched Burn Notice, but I haven't seen it in a long time. But that's a good one. Burn Notice does that excellently. Raise his hand, huh? What? For me, he wasn't the hero, but it was the villain in season 2 of The Punisher. It was when Billy uses his army a huge ass light and a super loud stereo to stun the shit out of the Punisher while his army attacked him. That shit was crazy. Oh yeah. Good point. Good point. Oh, you could also say Daredevil. I'm actually glad you brought that up. Like Netflix shows, like Daredevil, when he has like the chains on him in season 2, and he's purposely like knocking out all the lights so it gets dark, and so the people can't really see him that well. That's true. Like how Daredevil's like, I don't need light because I'm blind and I see in another way. I have my increased senses, and so he'll purposely attack light sources that he knows are there, so then he incapacitates people easier. That's a good one right there. I would say, yeah, Daredevil. Stranger Shoe, have a great evening. Thank you for stopping by the stream. Appreciate you. So yeah, a lot of Daredevil scenes. Definitely a lot of Daredevil scenes when he disables certain things in environments that we rely on because he doesn't have to. That's a good one, chat. Chris Beaver's Lucifer Morningstar. Oh, yeah, he's that character. He uses powers and looks to get away. Oh, that's true, because he's so fucking handsome. See, Lucifer's that guy. He got that demon dick. He got that DD, chat, that demon D, as I like to call it. So, yeah, he's doing the same thing that fucking Christina Hendricks is doing. But, it's just the male equivalent, chat. Just the male equivalent. Boom. Yeah. Daredevil Season 2 has issues, agreed, but that was a great scene. Yeah, I liked all the Punisher stuff in Daredevil Season 2. Like, the first half of that season was great, and then the last half, I'm like, I don't like any of this. Like, the Elektra stuff and the hand stuff, I was like, this just doesn't work. The hand, in general, just didn't work for me in that show. I like it. They were fine in Season 1, just being straight up like, we're just a fucking criminal organization now, but no, we make zombies. It's like, excuse me? So it got a little weird. Chat. But yeah, those are mine. But some other good ones, Chad. Yeah, Daredevil, that's great example. And now, we'll move on to a game question. Dishonored sandbox-style level design is an absolute treat. It is. I love being able to run around the environment and come up with fun, creative ways to kill all the guards. Because, fuck stealth. Fair enough. When given the option to play as a shadow in the night or a marching band interrupting a funeral, what is your preferred style? For Dishonored specifically, did you ever try to do a perfect stealth run and never being spotted, never killing anyone? So, when I first played Dishonored way back, was that like a 360 game? I feel like Dishonored originally was like a 360 game, I want to say. And yeah, no, I did that, and I try, and I would restart and load another save and over again because the OCD kicks in at that point. Because typically, if I'm playing a stealth game, I want to be as stealthy as possible. I want to maximize my points, chat. I want to have that perfect stealth run depending on the level I'm doing it. I want to have that S rank and things and get the most money possible. But there comes a point where it's like, you can't do this. It's taking too long to complete this game, and just doing it over and over, that stops being fun. Some people don't mind this. Some people love that. Hey, more power to you. But after a while, I can't do that. And my gameplay habits have changed over time, especially when I started streaming for a living. I mean, just playing games all the time on stream. And where I used to do the same thing with not only Dishonored, the original one at the very least, but also Splinter Cell and Hitman and doing the constant retries. And I think, like, because I stream now, like, I don't think that'd be fun for you guys to see. I don't think you guys want to see me go restart over and over again, because you're just seeing the same thing. It becomes boring and stuff. So, I mean, when I'll eventually play Dishonored on stream, the series, when I eventually play Hitman 3, on stream, yeah, I'll do retries and stuff, but not to the degree that I used to do them, like, when I was younger, or when I, had a lot of time to kill. Because that wouldn't be fun for you guys, right? Or Metal Gear Solid. But back in the day, yes, but nowadays I can't do that. I don't have enough time, and I don't want to just aggravate myself, because then it's not fun for me, or it's not fun for you guys. Yeah. See, you're talking about, do you want to Death Note? Light uses his charm and aloofness to make himself blend. That's true. He just seems like an average Joe, but he's really just like a crazy piece of shit. The environment and hide his true nature. That's a good one. It's a good one, Casey. Mm-hmm. I like Nobu in the first scene, but then he took the bite out of the character. I agree. I like Nobu in the first season too, Red Wing. Oh, yeah, Daredevil Find Bullseye is excellent. Excellent. My 7th. I know, right? I'm surprised, because doesn't, correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't Sony owns the Siphon Filter license? They own that, right? That's them. As far as I know, I'm surprised they don't capitalize on that. Another franchise they can potentially bring back. I'm pretty sure they own Siphon Filter. So it came out October 9th. Yeah, PS3. Yep, I played on the 360 then originally. That's what I did. And I tried to do that perfect stealth run, but I gave up. I was like, I can't do this. I can't do it. It's hard. It's very hard to do that chat perfectly. A lot of people love that. And that's a big part of stealth games is it's the ultimate stealth. It's so fucking cool to watch, like, someone who just knows these. You need to be very intimately aware of the environment that you're in and very knowledgeable about the environment and the how the characters, how the NPCs patrol. You need to be super familiar with that, how they move back and forth and things, in what spots they'll be in at what time. Like some gamers have that. They know it. They know like the fucking back of their hand. That's amazing to me. But I just, at this point, I don't have the patience for that kind of thing. And the kind of content I make, I couldn't do that. But those guys, Sony does something. Thank you. Sometimes they don't do something with that. It makes sense, especially now. I did like a Sony Ben, didn't they used to do sci-fi? But yeah, back in the day, yes, but now, no, I can't do it. Guides help. Oh, definitely, yeah, the real-line guides and things like that. But they just know that shit. And I always like watching those people because it's like you can tell these guys have really broken down this game and know how it operates on a very specific level. And it's cool to watch. It's definitely cool to watch. And those kind of streamers are cool to watch. But I can't be that kind of streamer. It would drive me fucking nuts. Same thing for like speedrunners. I'm like, cool to see, but I could never do that. I just couldn't play game over and over and then restart. I was like, I gotta start from the beginning now because I missed this 1 second thing, less than a half a second thing every start. It's like, Jesus. Hey, but some people do it for a living though, and they're happy to do it. And if you're passionate about it, then please do. But I'm just not that kind of guy. But now, we'll move on to Vanny's next question. This is a content creator question. Dishonored stealth versus violence system can be compared to a morality one of being merciful versus ruthless. I can see that. Definitely. As a content creator, you have to balance forgiving folks for their mistakes or dropping that ban hammer after a first offense. Obviously, this is a side with infamous Among Us, isn't it? Sadly. How do you balance forgiveness with accountability? So, in regards to like, dropping that ban hammer, I tend to like look at certain things. I look at like repeat offenders, obvious behavior that has always kind of been inherently aggressive. They're strange or they're off-putting, making racist and sexist and homophobic, statements. I mean, if you're doing that, if you're making sexist statements, specifically towards women, and you're not even being facetious about it or sarcastic about it or anything like that, or obviously or you're making just blatant racist or blatant homophobic things, especially if it's said, it's like, come on. Certain verbiage like that, then usually that's it. You're gone. Now, of course, there's exceptions, obviously, for people who, I mean, maybe they did that, but it's so out of the blue, it's not in character for them. And it's like, obviously address it and I'll talk to them and everything about that. And I wouldn't punish them severely or anything like that. But, there's certain the people that I have banned on my channel. They've done things where repeatedly, oftentimes, they have shown little remorse for it. Thank you, Ducking Henry, for the gifted sub to Black Knight. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ducking Henry. But yeah, I just noticed that people they've done it repeatedly, or they displayed aggressive behavior, or I've learned that they've done it on other people's streams, on other channels. And at that point, I'm like, all right, this ain't gonna change. Then that's why you gotta, as Norman Osborn would say, Chad, brim 'em fast, kick on the curb. At that point, yeah, and it's just, it's as simple as that. But if there's like something that comes out of the blue, then I'm like, okay, wait a minute, must be something more going on here. But if I notice certain behavior and certain get out of here. Exactly, Naya. Exactly. So yeah, then I deal with it. You gotta nip that shit in the bud, because I've thought about like, should I have done that to that person? Should I ban this person? But at the same time, I think about how uncomfortable they've made other people. Not one, but multiple people. And like to have them in there and that they act this way and it's off-putting and it makes those people feel bad and awkward. And then that just fucking gets me mad. And I get infuriated. And then I feel like, I'm justified in getting rid of this person because of what they've done. Because they've betrayed the chat. They've betrayed this place, which I want to make very fun for people, very understanding. It's a community. That's what the chat is. We have fun on here, and that's the purpose. And when someone starts to betray that, and they're repeat offenders, or they've just had behavior which I've always looked at and questioned, and it's like, all right, I've got to get rid of them. Yeah, it was like, everybody betray me. So that happens. It happens, but you gotta do it. You have to do it, chat. Even if they're the kind of person like, well, I've donated to you, I've done biddies, I've subscribed. It's like, yeah, but you've done all these other things, and you're making a lot of other people uncomfortable, making me uncomfortable, and that's how it is. Believe me, I don't want to have to ban people, never time people out or anything like that, or have to like talk to them and say, hey, you gotta fucking stop this. No one would never want to do that. No streamer or content creator, anyone wants to do that. Any employer wants to do that, but it has to be addressed. It has to be addressed. And sometimes the only way to address it, Chad, is to drop that ban hammer, because some people they don't get it. They don't get it because they're immature, or there's something mentally like they don't understand. They don't have the capacity, the mental capacity to understand something is wrong with their behavior. And it's like, quickest way is to got to get rid of them. That's what happens when you've never touched a girl and you're stuck in your parents' basement. Milady, very true. Very true. We are the squires of Mr. Evan 7. Thank you, Sage Snake. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, and I've had some people on here, Chad. We've had for a long time. But I've heard about they've done certain things. They made certain people uncomfortable, and they've done other things on other people's streams, or they've used language. I'm like, you don't fucking use that here. That is offensive. That is homophobic or racist. It's like or overtly sexist to make someone feel very uncomfortable. And I was like, I ain't dealing with that. Burn them fast, Chad. So you gotta do, sadly. Yeah. So no, it's a good question. It's a good question. I don't mind talking about it every once in a while, because I think it's good to talk, just that, hey, let people know, especially for new people are coming in here, and not saying, like, you better watch out. But this is like, I just want to create a really kind environment for people to enjoy themselves. And I think we've done that very well for the most part. But now, Chad, will go ahead, cut that poop out, all the poop. They won't change their behavior. I don't think that's simply a matter of mental capacity. It's stubbornness. They don't want to change. And then they feel like, well, you're persecuting me. I'm persecuting you for being a dick. So, yeah, Chad, it's just, that's what you have to deal with sometimes. I'm very privileged to have all you guys here right now, and thank you for being a part of this. Thank you for making this such a great place. But now, Chad, we'll get a music question. While there is definitely a soundtrack to Dishonored, it definitely is more of the soundtrack is the city itself. Sort of games, since you need to be able to pay attention to what's going on so you can plan your next move. Breath of the Wild and Splinter Cell have similar styles. Do you like this kind of auditory storytelling, or would you prefer something like Metal Gear that's perhaps a bit more forgiving with the stealth, but also provides a more bombastic soundtrack? So, yeah, the Metal Gear definitely goes into a more bombastic action territory as the series continues on, because, yes, it starts as a stealth game, and stealth always plays a role in Metal Gear. But as the games go along, you can approach things in, in various ways. Like, you can, like in Metal Gear Solid 5, you can go in there for the most part stealthy, but then you can go in guns blaze if you want to. And I know that Kojima is very nostalgic for a lot of like those kind of epic scores and things in various action films and in spy movies, and so he likes to have that. He likes to have that theme, that ba-na-na na-na-na-na, ba-na-na-na-na-na, ba-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. So, I get it. However, I think the majority of stealth games, I like the games to be buoyed by like a subtle score, or like maybe like, again, music that matches the area, and so where it's not so tension filled. So like if it's a loud fucking action song, well, I'm trying to crawl through an air duct and not be spotted by anybody, it's stressful. But if you're playing something that's really subtle, maybe induces a little bit of tension, I think that's fine. It suits the game better, I think, for most stealth games. Metal Gear, I think, is just because it's like a hybrid game where it's like, okay, I understand why it has a more bombastic score. But when it comes to most stealth games, when I think of Splinter Cell, when I think of Hitman, when I think of Thief, or, a lot of these other stealth-based series, I would appreciate the score being much more subtle and quiet and somber. I think that would make more sense. Cragman, thank you so much. So he's bringing back SOCOM. I think they might do that. There is so there is another team, I think at Guerrilla. I could be wrong about that. I know there's a Sony team at Guerrilla I think there's two. I think they have two teams. They have the Horizon Zero Dawn team, and this other fucking team, we don't know what they're working on. I would not be shocked if it's SOCOM. because they have that license. And that game died. Funny enough, when what was the last SOCOM game? It was when they had the big fucking PSN outage in the PS3, where the PSN was like down for a month, and it came out. I think you had like 3 big games that came out during that time, which had big online components. It was Portal 2. It was 2009, right? It was Portal 2. It was Mortal Kombat, the reboot, when they revitalized the series. NetherRealm revitalized the series, and I think it was SOCOM. And SOCOM, yeah, they literally, I mean, SOCOM was dead on arrival because of that. It was 2011. Thank you. You're right. It was 2011. So yes, 2009. You're right. It was 2011. And I think you had Mortal Kombat, you had Portal, and you had SOCOM. And yeah, I think that would be. I wish they would bring back SOCOM. I think Guerrilla might. There's rumors that they might be working on it. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh, the tank boss with a Raven or whatever the hell. What the fuck was that guy's name? Like Maximum Raven or something. PSP. That's right. Could be another. See, I don't think it's gonna be. I mean, I would be very surprised if another Killzone game, because that series has been dormant. And didn't like the website for Killzone go defunct? Now doesn't it just go directly to the PlayStation Store? Like it just goes to psn.com. If you go, I'm gonna type in Killzone.com. Killzone.com. Here you go, Chad. This is what I see right now. Killzone. Killzone.com has retired. Dear Killzone.com visitor, the official website for the Killzone franchise has retired. Going forward, visitors to Killzone.com will be directed to PlayStation.com. Listen. When you do this, when you retire the website for a major brand or product, I don't know if you're going to be working on a sequel. I think SOCOM, Vulcan Raven, that's it. Thank you, Vulcan Raven. I shall beat you with my muscles and the raven upon my brow. Yes, I don't know about Killzone. I think that might be done. SOCOM, however, I would not be shocked if that comes back. Killzone was always kind of meh. I thought, it was funny because back in the day, Killzone was Sony tried to do a first-person shooter series that could compete with Halo. And the PS3 generation, they tried with Resistance and they tried with Killzone. They just never matched up to when fucking we had Bungie developing Halo 3 and ODST and Reach. It didn't those games just never hit that quality mark, or at least that, not even quality mark, but those sales. It just didn't do it. The raven on my head thirsts for his blood. That's what it is, yeah. You got it. Yeah, very nice. So I don't know if Killzone, I would not be shocked if they're working on a SOCOM game, because I could see that for a comeback. But yeah, I believe that was Vanny's last question. Let me make sure that's his absolute last question. Let me check. Yep, that was his last question. There you go. Vanispheres, Vanny, thank you so much for submitting those questions. Thank you for being a Juicy Games subscriber. Appreciate that. Appreciate you, good sir. Cheers and salute to you. Now, chat. We'll be moving on to Ducking Henry, also known as Stephen Henry's question. Chat, his name is Stephen. Thank you, Ducking Henry, for being a subscriber on my Patreon, good sir. I hope you're enjoying the content. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, and always provide feedback. I do appreciate that. So now we'll go ahead and get into Ducking Henry's questions. This has a theme, much like Vanny's. It's about Star Wars, chat, specifically the Phantom Menace. Hello, Ducking Henry here. Happy to have an opportunity to ask some questions. With you going over the Phantom Menace of DT this week, it got me thinking. Question 1: sound design, soundtrack, sound editing, etc. is so important to movies. It is. Honestly, as a child, I believe the audio of the prequels tricked me into thinking they were good. What are some video games movies where the audio truly gave you an emotional response? There's a number of them. In movies, I mean, like when I think of like movies that I'm like kind of moved to tears, or I just had this well of emotion suddenly. Ducking Henry, the Gunner Bees. Oh man, Stephen. Oh, Stefan. I'm sorry. Stefan. No, please correct me. Stefan. I like that. Stefan. That's a fancy fucking name, Stefan. I like it. Very nice. I think it was on videos too. Stefan Ducking Henry. I love it. But I think of these certain, because I even stuff like I've listened to recently, and I was like, oh my God, I'm getting fucking emotional watching this. I don't know if it's just how beautiful the music is, or it's just the feelings for these films that I've had for like decades at this point. But a couple did come to mind. And one is the Lord of the Rings chat, and it's the Shire. It's the Shire thing. It's the yeah, it's like I just every time I hear that, I want to play it on I want to play it on the stream, but I know that the fucking WB will come after me for that. But it's just that Hobbiton theme, that Shire theme, chat, which I just always associate. That's the Lord of the Rings theme. That's the one. I don't know. It's just when you see this environment, you see these people living in this idyllic lifestyle, chat, in this corner of the world that's their own, not bothered with all the horror that's fucking happening outside. And it's just this perfect little thing. And it brings to mind like all the beautiful nature and these wonderful little homes. And you see Gandalf the Grey with his pony and the carriage and chat, and you have Frodo running up to him and hugging him and embracing him, and you have all these little small children coming up, and they're so excited to see Gandalf because he has the fireworks. And when he's going away, and they're like, oh, he unleashes some fireworks, and they all like hopping around and dancing. And even the hobbits, chat, even though they don't like outsiders, they can't help but smile too. It's just I'm back. It's just something about that and it's that theme that plays throughout it. It's very emotional. It plays it always. And the only time they use that, it's always in like the very big emotional scenes in the movie. It's when Gandalf goes to Hobbiton. It's a lot of the conversations between Sam and Frodo. It's when all like the elves and the kingdoms of men, Rohan and Gondor, like kneel down before the hobbits and saying like, you kneel to no one. And it's just like all this, or Frodo, who's had this weight on him ever since he had to carry the ring. And when he goes off into the Undying Lands, and the light comes back into his face when he goes with Bilbo, and and Bilbo's like, for one last adventure. It's like something like that. It's like that. Is that music? That music to me I get emotional. I get up emotional. Let me play like a little clip. I'll play a little clip, chat. Let me just get a little bit in there. I got to be careful with that kind of music, though. But let me play a little bit. Yes, the Shire Song theme. We'll get this one up here, chat. Let me see. Oh, yeah, here it is. Playing those ads, chat. Yeah, Pippin's real. The fucking heroes, Pippin and Merry. They did some fucking great work. Oh, here we go, chat. Okay, let me get some of that song up there for you. I think it's right here. Hold on. Here it is. There's something about that, chat. It's like, oh my God, I love it. A little taste. I gave you a little taste, chat. Concerning Hobbits, it's called. And it's just a beautiful theme. And I just get emotional when I hear it. I don't know. It's like, isn't it great? It's so good. It's so good. A number of other ones, like there was another one, chat, and it's funny. It's another film that's really all about nature, and can man be in harmony with it. Alex Bernal, YouTube editor extraordinaire, Alex Bernal. Thank you so much for the 10 biddies. My heart's a pitter-pattering. How you doing, good sir? Welcome. Talking about music that made me emotional. I had an emotional reaction. I couldn't believe it. A response, if you will. Just talking about concerning hobbits, the Hobbit thing, the Shire thing from Lord of the Rings. This is something about that. This one, chat, is from Princess Mononoke, The Legend of Ashitaka. Also, probably just the Princess Mononoke theme. This right here, oh boy, chat. Let me get it. Oh, here it is. This theme right here, chat. Like when I first saw this movie, I cried. It wasn't even something sad. I mean, I don't know. It was just it's not even something that said was happening. It's just I was just like kind of blown away by the music and the ending, and you know, even though everything kind of worked out and we were all better for it, and the forest healed, and the people. I just had this response. I just had this response to it, and I cried. I was like, oh my God, I was watery-eyed by the end of it. It was so beautiful to me. It was so, yeah, I love Spirited Away. Spirited Away is a great movie. Alex Bernal, hi, Chris, I'm good. How are you? I'm doing great, man. I'm getting emotional talking about all these songs. Mom Spaghetti, 8 Mile Miles, well, of course. Palm Sweaty. What the fuck? Oh, God, I forgot. Oh, Jesus. Palm Sweaty. Something. How the fuck does it go? Now I don't remember. Oh, I lost it, chat. Have the lyrics for you. What are the lyrics? What are the lyrics to the Eminem song, the greatest rap lyrics of all time? God damn it! I need to know. I need to know now. I need to have an emotional response. Oh, I fucking forgot. Jesus. Oh God, help me. Knees weak. That's it. Knees weak. Palms sweaty. Mom spaghetti. That's what it is. Fucking nailed it. I forgot about knees weak. That's how he starts off. Very nice. Very, very nice. Favorite music score from Interstellar, especially when they're traveling next to the black hole. Very nice. And chat, another one is, you know, this one I definitely know I can't play on stream because I'll definitely get hit with it. But I'll see you again. Wiz Khalifa from Furious 7, chat, because I'm watching it. I remember when I watched Furious 7, this is a really entertaining action film. Really loved it. And then they fucking hit you. Like in this series, which is so over the top, and you can argue stupid, and with all these over-exaggerated characters, and they have that narration with Vin Diesel, and it's all about Paul Walker and his untimely passing, and when he's fucking thinking about this, and when fucking CGI Paul Walker pulls up, and it's like, didn't think you leave without saying goodbye, and he's looking at him, and it's been a long time, and I was like, oh my God, I'm crying, what the fuck? It's crazy, Chad, that song with all this imagery and all the images in the original films and the archive footage and shit, and I was like, oh my God, like that's why Furious 7 is the best of the Fast and Furious movies, because it has such an emotional core to it. And it fucking does right by Paul Walker. It's like Jesus and his character. It's like, oh my God. It did so well. So, yeah, that's another one, funny enough. It was crazy. Later 249's version of Tears in the Rain. I gotta listen to some of these suggestions. Show you some good suggestions. Later 249 is filled with awesome. Very much so. That's synth music too. Con Air scored by Mark Mancina and Trevor Rabin. See, I haven't seen Con Air in so long. I gotta do that. Very cool, chap. Yeah. Samurai Champloo theme. Oh yeah, Samurai Champloo is an excellent theme. Yeah, Michael Giacchino's music gets me consistently up Star Trek Planet of the Apes. Oh yeah, Jojo Rabbit. Those tug them heartstrings. But yeah, those are a couple for me. And in terms of video games, I mean, you guys know. Mass Effect, baby. I'm all about that Mass Effect, chat. Oh, you guys know it. There's a couple of songs in particular. I mean, the Spectre theme from Mass Effect. Hold on. Let me get the song. I can play this music. But like there's also a particular version of the Spectre theme where it's used in Mass Effect 3 was when the fleets arrive, when all the fucking galaxies like, all right, we're here for you, Shepard. That hits me so hard. But like this right here, chat. This fucking theme. And the Spectre, this orchestral version, this super big orchestral version, the Spectre theme's coming up right here. I was like, God! We're doing it! So good, Chad. So this hits you right there when they bring that Spectre, the super big orchestral Spectre theme. And of course, the other one, chat, Suicide Mission from Mass Effect 2. Suicide Mission from Mass Effect 2 is incredible. It fucking hypes you up, chat. Oh. Now, I played this on stream many times before. You know I love this music. God, I love a good swell, Duncan Harris. Someone was like, oh. It builds, it builds, it builds. Newsy Ducky, welcome. Hello. Newsy Ducky. Give me that galaxy, man. Oh, so many great pieces in Mass Effect. So many great pieces. Oh, we're about to get to that. It's coming up, chat. It's coming up. And here it is. Oh! Here it is. The strings coming in, chat. It's them strings, and the horns are going to come in here in just a second. There it is. And there it is, the Spectre theme again. There's the Spectre theme again playing in the background, chat, which you heard before. But here's the thing. Here it is, chat. Oh, God, I love it. You know how fucking emotional I was when I played Mass Effect 2, chat, hearing this music again? You're going to the fucking Omega 4 relay, chat. Take on the goddamn collectors. They ain't gonna steal any more fucking human colonies, chat. It ends now. The line ends here. Oh, I love it. And then the last one, Chad, is the from a DLC, the Citadel DLC theme. Which, let me get the exact name for it. The end of an era. The end of an era theme, chat. It's short, but it's just, and it's all about the characters. It's all about saying goodbye to all these characters you've met throughout the entirety of the game. All your squad mates, all your companions, your love interest, all the friends you made along the way. And it's called the end of an era, and it absolutely is, Chad. It's like it gave what I think a lot of people wanted from Mass Effect 3, which is I wanted to say goodbye. I wanted to say goodbye, and that DLC, which is my favorite DLC of all time, let me say goodbye, and I loved it for that. And so we'll play this theme right here, chat. Here it is. Oh, it's just so beautiful. Oh, God. That the music is swelling again, chat. Who's in there? JT Solid Snake Gamer, good to see you. I'm just getting emotional. So good. Absolutely love it, chat. Like, that's for me. And I have some other video game themes here, don't you worry. But the Last of Us main theme, chat. Last of Us main theme, especially in the beginning of the game, but I did not expect to cry in the beginning of a video game. But, like, in that first, like, 25 minutes, half hour, when you play as Joel's daughter, Sarah, and then also as Joel, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, and it's so emotional. But the Last of Us theme, and it's all strings, chat. It's a lot of that guitar, a lot of that guitar, chat. Oh, it's so good. And I'm crying. I'm already getting water out. What the fuck? That's amazing. That is amazing. Yeah. But this theme right here. And this plays right after like a tragic fucking scene. You did not deserve that. You didn't deserve that. Goddamn, got shot in the gut and bled out and died right in her daddy's arms. Like, holy shit. Holy shit, Jeff. I love that. You mean, you got other instruments in there, but it's that guitar. It's that picking of them strings. Yeah. And it That's louder progressively. See, that's a big one for me. Definitely the Last of Us theme. Let me see what else did I have here. Let me see. Oh, and chat. I mean, Uncharted. We gotta listen to another Naughty Dog game, but Uncharted's theme, chat, especially Uncharted, that epic theme that they had for Uncharted 4, which recaps all of like Nate's previous adventures, like Uncharted 1 and 2 and 3. But the Uncharted theme is so good, chat. I love that. Like this theme right here. This is a classic. This is definitely one of the greatest themes, I think, for a video game in the last 20 or so years. 20 years. But it's so fucking good, chat. The Uncharted theme is excellent. It's excellent, chat. What about the Triumphant of Human Revolution theme? Oh, no, it's a good theme too. That's definitely Human Revolution theme's very good. I'm not a big fan of that game, but it has some great bits. The marketing for that game was great. The music for that game is really good. But Koki, good to see you, Koki. I'm late. We did react to Cowboy Butcher. I had a nice little discussion about it too. We'll talk about it again tomorrow on the Sunday service. But I will say, I do see where people are saying it kind of looks like cosplay now. Yeah, it's just weird. I don't know. It just certain things that were happening in the intro just didn't match with the music. And again, it's just because that's one of those iconic opening themes of all time. So it was a little awkward to me. Chat. And so I was going to be, hell yeah, listen to that theme, mad me, realize, well, shit, Uncharted 4 is the final. Yeah, well, I don't know about that. We'll see. We did get the spinoff Lost Legacy. We're going to get another Uncharted. Whether Nate is the main character, I don't know. But I would not be shocked if we, yeah, they'll definitely. There was the fucking Sony Ben was apparently working on an Uncharted game for a year before that project was shifted over to another studio. So we'll see. We're going to see another Uncharted. It won't be from Naughty Dog, but we're going to see another Uncharted in the years coming up. And then the last one, chat. That was just like, Jesus, it's just so epic. But also just, you have an emotional reaction to this, chat. This particular theme. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. You know what it is. You're going to know what it is. No doubt about it. Here we go, chat. Oh, yeah, remake. I can see that red one. You know what this is, chat? No, not God of War, not God of War, no. Similar, though. They have something common. Oh, God, it's Skyrim. Holy fucking shit, this is cool! Yeah, Skyrim, chat. Skyrim's theme. Love it. Definitely one of my favorite pieces of music from just the Elder Scrolls series in general. God of War, some great music too, but there's so many theme songs I could play, chat. So many. But those are just a couple off the top of my head that I truly love. I know Skyrim's 10th anniversary, 11/21. Mm-hmm. We're going to put out the latest version of the game. Nevertheless, game is good, man. Definitely get it, Alec, because there's a lot of content there. Shit ton of content. Can't finish the stream. I stopped at the giant spider. Oh, yeah. If you have spider phobia, there's a lot of nasty-looking spiders, a lot of creepy crawlies in that game. I get you. But those are the ones for me. Also, like, certain, like, sound effects that I'm just charmed by. I don't know if, like, well in emotion. I'm just really charmed by them. I love those kind of canned punch effects. Like, you know, like when you think of, like, Indiana Jones, I mean, all movies have them, of course, to, like, make it sound like when you punch someone, you don't really hear it. Like, it's not like loud or shit. But when you hear it, when you watch a movie or a TV show, they increase the volume of, or they put in a specific sound to make it like you heard it, you heard that smack, that loud noise. And I've always really loved the canned sound effects in like a lot of 80s films, like in Indiana Jones or something. That pa, and it's like just there's something about that. I was like, it's so good. Or like the iconic like hyperspace sound from Star Wars, chat. When you're first going into hyperspace, and it's, the stars are just fucking getting elongated. You go boom, and you shoot off. That's always big to me. that classic engine sputter, which has always been used in Lucasfilm films, Shad, and like ILM has it and everything. So that always stands out to me. JT's all I've ever finished. I still have not. No, I finished up Squid Game, and I have to watch. I have to finish. I have to at least watch a few more episodes of Midnight Mass. So I haven't been able to get back to Star Wars Visions. Been a busy boy. Got to do this for the reviews tomorrow. I want to be able to get at least see 3 episodes of Midnight Mass before I review it. I think that'd be fair. And there's 7, but this is a lot of content. But I will finish up Star Wars Visions in the future. Maybe we'll do some more reactions too. We did one for episode 1 for the duel, which I actually quite liked. But yeah, it was just a couple of mine that, definitely that create an emotional reaction to me, a well of emotion, or things that just like stand out to me. I just like, I just really love hearing that. So those are big for me. See, first episode of Squid Game gives me a battle. There's definitely Battle Royale vibes to it. There's no doubt about that. It probably is. It's very influenced. It's still different enough, I think. The reasons are also a little different as to what's actually happening. So, but no, you could tell that they looked at Battle Royale. We're like, well, I'll take a little bit of that. Thank you. No doubt. But yeah, we'll move on to. We're going to move on to Duck and Henry's Stefan's second question. Question 2. Phantom Menace also makes me think of wasted potential. Agreed. The reason I get so mad at the prequels and some other films is because there are hints of greatness in them that just weren't fleshed out. Absolutely agree. What are some movies, video games that frustrate you because of wasted potential? I mean, talked about it recently. Chad did a review for like a little bit, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, week and a half ago. But the Matrix series, Chad, it's like, love the original Matrix, love the Animatrix, but my God, did they ever fucking drop the ball with Reloaded and Revolutions? Holy shit. Such a great premise. Like, at the very end, it's like, okay, you have a guy that can literally break the Matrix. He can free everybody. He has the powers of a god inside this machine. He can beat back the Norton antivirus that is the Smiths. The machines are panicked about this. Like, what a fucking great setup. And, wow, how uninteresting and boring and ill-conceived the sequels are. It's just so crazy to me. You had such a fantastic first outing. You had some cool side stories of the Animatrix. And then you produced these 2 movies. And it's like, you didn't fucking capitalize on the things people wanted. You focused on things that I felt people were like, yeah, we don't need to know any of this shit. What the hell is this all about? Some good ideas. Like, I love the ideas of the Smiths, of Agent Smith in particular, just going like, I want to get the fuck out of here. They do explore that, obviously, and that's the one positive thing. That's the one positive thorough line I will say throughout all the trilogy is that. Outside of that, my God, focusing on things I just didn't need to care about, just weird fucking pacing issues. I don't need to see a weird cave rain orgy. I don't need to hear about I hate that guy, the Merovingian or where the hell, talking about giving a girl an orgasm with a piece of cherry pie. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the hell is happening? What is happening? It's so weird to me. Thank you. Haas. God damn it, Haas is back. You son of a bitch! Oh, God. Oh, shit. Follow bot. This fucking guy. This jabroni, Chez. So this is like, this guy has just created like a shit ton of accounts. He's back! Oh, he just keeps hitting me. All right, Chez. I gotta mute this. I'm gonna mute this for right now. So these things will pop up at the moment, but I'm gonna have to mute him. Oh, he's just coming in with a shit ton. God, what a prick. Haas, you're a fucking prick. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You're a piece of shit. You're a duty. You're a duty. Oh, God damn it. Newsy Ducky, no. Yeah, this guy, he's just coming in with all these. God, what an asshole. Jesus Christ. Dude, why do you do this, man? Like, I'm doing a show. I'm interactive with my chat. We're actually having a good time. You come in here just to... Who's Haas? He's like, I don't know. He's a guy that's been spamming me with a whole bunch of follows. Like, he's created multiple accounts. I don't know if he's like exactly a follow bot. 'Cause I've had follow bot attacks before. But, yeah. He just created, like, all these accounts, and he's just doing this. One of this, that one Toasty was just acting weird today. Might be him, for all I know. But, yeah. Yeah, this guy's a piece of shit, chat. He does it all over Twitch. Is this like a certain guy? Have you seen this? Have you seen him before, Naya? Interesting. I mean, I've muted him here, and I'll also yeah, I think Chris and Haas need to have a battle in the ring. Fuck yeah! Hell yeah! No doubt about it. So sorry about that, chat. Sorry about that. I've muted the audio for right now. So Chris pissed off people on the internet. I know I shouldn't do that. I should avoid that. But yeah, you get some of these scumbags in here, chat. So sorry about that. Here, looks like it's done for now. Yeah, Haas prevented me before, did he now? Oh my God. Oh my Lord, chat. Anyway, what was I talking? Oh yeah, The Matrix. So yeah, The Matrix usually lost opportunity. Chat, note about that. Those sequels were just so bad to me. Just didn't focus on the things that people wanted to know about. Didn't capitalize on what worked about the original film so well, and they were just poorly paced and too long. Another one, chat, which I brought up before, Pirates of the Caribbean. I love the original film. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl is so much fun. Johnny Depp is great. And then he got an Oscar nomination, Chad. He was nominated for Best Actor that year. He's like, yeah, fucking deserved it. He was such a wonderfully fun character. God damn it. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my God. I don't know. Okay, I don't know how I can report this guy. Yeah, he's coming with a shit ton more, chat. There you go, Chad. I've turned out off all the alerts. But yeah, he's just coming in with a ton of follows. Yeah. Oh, what are you going? Yeah. Oh my God, you piece of shit. Yeah, he's enjoying this too right now. That's the thing. I think he likes you, Chris, but it's too scared to tell you. Yeah. Yeah, he's just coming in with so many now. He's done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He's done 15 in the span of like 5 minutes, chat. But I've muted him, so you don't see him. But so for those of you that do donate in the next few minutes, chat, I mean, or do follow or do subscribe, just won't hear it. But I'll acknowledge in the chat. Thankfully, it doesn't appear in the chat. So Haas, you lose. You're a loser. You're a loser. Get out of here. Anyway, chat. But yes, in regards to Pirates, that's a big one for me just because the original film is just so much fun. It's great. I love the villains. I just love the sets. The special effects still hold up. And the thing that like really bothered me about the next movie, like a lot of people say like Dead Man's Chest is good, not as good as the first one, but it's good. But what especially bothered me about the second one, then in the third one, which I think is like, all right, at this point it's done. But was the fact that movie starts with like none of them being friends again, which is so weird to me. Like you have Jack Sparrow and you have William Turner and Elizabeth, and like the movie, like the Black Pearl ends with them like being friends and Will actually like, I'm willing to throw down my life to protect this guy because he did all this for us. And I'm like, wow, you guys really, when they're working and sick of each other, I thought that was so good. And the next movie chart there, everyone's at each other's fucking throats. And that was like really weird to me. And it's that way in the next one too. It's like, what is this? It was so bizarre to me. It's like, no, keep that down. Have them be friends. And they're just not. And I really didn't like that. I thought that was very off-putting, and then, the rest of the films happened. But yeah, wow, what a fucking franchise where you had such, like, you surprise everybody. It's like, you're making a fucking movie about a theme park ride? Are you serious? Are you crazy? And then, wow, you did it. And it's a great movie. It's a great action-adventure film. Kind of akin to, things from, like, the 80s of, like, Raiders of the Lost Ark and stuff. It's like, this is really cool. This is really well done. You got some great performances, and, yeah, they dropped the ball. So yeah, a Pirates franchise. No, you had such great potential with that first movie, and like Springboard's like, yeah, I could see another 2 movies of these. Definitely do a trilogy, and it's like, no fucking thank you. Like I'll always stand by that first movie and sing its praises and how I think it's great. But wow, just a huge loss, and just all these other characters and Davy Jones of his stupid tentacle hentai beard and stuff. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I just didn't care for it. Didn't care for it. And another one, which I've spoken many times about on stream, but the Alien franchise, of course. We have Alien and Aliens, which are 2 great movies, very different from each other, but they have the same DNA, some of the basic DNA. Alien is a gothic horror slasher film in space, survival story. Fucking Aliens is a war film. It's a war sci-fi survival story in space, chat, and they're both great, they're similar, but they're different. And then we get to Alien 3. It's like, we're going to start off by killing some characters you love before the credits happen. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? What the hell are you talking about? And it was, famously, the project had so many behind-the-scenes problems. Watch the documentaries for Alien 3, chat. Fascinating. Oh, I got raided? Manospheres, witness me. I'm sorry, man. I'm being attacked by a follow bot today. This guy has been followed by. He's got this guy. Oh, my God. What a prick. Yeah, he's done. Ah, Jesus. Yeah, I'm getting follow bot attacked right now. Good to see you. No, thank you so much, Vanisphere. Absolute pleasure to have you here. Sorry, I was just going off. Does answer your questions very good. But yeah, the reason why Sam had to end my stream because getting followed by. Oh, so this guy was doing it to you too. Was Haas doing this to you too? Is the guy's name Haas? That's crazy. So it's the same guy, like 50 so far. Holy shit. Oh, wow. Oh, shit. So it's the same guy. Okay, he must know. I wonder if, because it's both of us, and we obviously have a connection. I wonder if it's, You just finished your 12-hour stream. Holy shit, chat. We got a Haas infection. Thank you. Cassidy Rose Firefrost, thank you for the follow. I saw you. You're a good follower. You're a good follower, Cassidy. It's not popping up right now. I want to thank you. We getting follow bot attacked. 800 follows. Congratulations, man. Yeah. Oh, so it's the same guy. Nia Brownie, you said that you saw this guy before. Okay. Look at that. Okay, so this guy's been attacking he's been attacking us. Been attacking our community. Interesting. I'm going to turn this back on and see what's going on. Nah, it's the follow alerts again. Probably this guy. Because he's done so many. God damn it. God damn it, chat. Yeah. I had to keep him muted for now. Thank you, Mansers. Get yourself the Swedish girl. Hi, Swedish girl. Good to see you. Sorry, chat. We're just getting follow-botted attacked right now, and I was saying some shit to that guy. Piece of shit. Yeah, he's done like 50 in the span of he's done about 50 to me too. I had a streamer tell me if you click on a Haas profile, I can gotcha. Oh shit, really? Oh god, I ain't clicking on his name then. Holy shit! Don't click on his name. Don't do that, chat. All right, you know what, guys? I'm gonna end the stream. And I'll be back in a bit. Hold on. I'm going to end this. God damn it. God fucking damn it. All right. I'll be right back, chat. I'm going to. So it is a hotspots. Shit. Can I throw him off by just ending it? No, I did that. I did that, though, and he came back. Shit. Cassidy, yes, they released the intro for it. Okay, it looks like he stopped for now, chat, but I'll keep it off for at the moment. Yeah, don't click on his name, though. Don't click on his name, then. Yeah, sorry about all these weird technical issues today, chat. Yeah, god damn it. Pain in the ass. Of course, Twitch hasn't done anything about it. Of course. That's their MO. That's their modus operandi, chat. Yeah. No, I know. I just feel the need to. But thank you, 16-bit. Thank you. Oh, Lord, chat. Anyway, Alien franchise. No, but yeah, the Alien franchise show. We had 2 great movies, and after that, my God. Where even the original creator who came back for it couldn't do it, chat. Created some of the worst entries in the franchise in Prometheus and Alien Covenant. He got the same thing that Lucas and Spielberg suffered from, where he forgot what the aesthetic of the movies are. What's so cool about Aliens, but especially that original movie, it's a very dystopian, lived-in future. Everything's covered in grease. Everything has big fucking buttons. It's what people in the 70s thought the future would look like, And I really like that. I admire it. I love this aesthetic. It's so cool. And same with the one he did for Blade Runner, because they're set in the same world. They share the same universe. And then when we get to fucking Prometheus and then Alien Covenant, everything is clean, everything is touchscreens and holograms. It's like, this does not match and Alien takes place after the events of Prometheus and Alien Covenant. And why does everything in this movie look so advanced compared to Alien? It doesn't make any sense. It's the same thing that Lucas, like the prequels, everything is fucking shiny and chrome. And it's like, this doesn't, and it feels, everything looks like a fucking Apple store. It's like, this doesn't, aesthetically, nothing matches. And it's, again, the same thing with fucking Spielberg for Indiana Jones, where it's like, why is everything CGI? Everything is CGI here. What happened to the sets? What happened to filming on location? What the grounded nature? It's so bizarre. And, yeah, Ridley Scott, he just, again, the whole use of like CGI, and I think it's just like, it's convenient. It's convenient instead of, to use things that aren't actually there, green screen stuff, instead of building sets and using props and stuff. But my fucking God, when that is such a big major aesthetic to your movie, and the fact that you're not going to do that, matter of fact, you're going to do the opposite of it, is just so bizarre to me. It's so bizarre. And it sticks in my craw, and it sticks in my craw to this day. But that's when you have some of these people that they just don't know. I think they're woefully ignorant to what made their original films work. I think that happened with George Lucas, happened with Spielberg, and it happened with Ridley Scott. And it's disappointing. Oh no, he definitely lost his touch in general. He did. No, there's no doubt about that. In the last 20 years, he's lost his touch. Where it's like in the last 20 years, like he's made about 2 movies I'd say I like. Gladiator and The Martian. Outside of that, I don't know. I don't know what else. Like everything else I've seen is like not great. So, Terminator, Alien, Predator are 3 franchises that just need to die for good. Predator, it's weird with Predator because I think that the only truly bad Predator movie, Alien vs. Predator, whatever, that spin-off series, whatever. But like the mainline Predator films, like there's really only, I think, like truly one bad one. Like The Predator, I think is awful. But I love Predator 1. I love the original Predator. Predator 2 is not nearly as good as the first one, but I still like it. I still enjoy it. Some good things in there. And Predators was surprisingly good. I was like, this is pretty good. This is great. It's probably my second favorite Predator movie outside the first one. The Predator's the only one I'm like, this is bad. This is legitimately bad. I don't want to see this again. I'll have to review it someday, though. I have to. And I've done all the Predator films so far, Chad, with the exception of that one. Alien, it's like, yeah, you only have the first 2 Alien movies. You'll count Alien Isolation there. That really is probably the best thing that's come out of the franchise since Alien, which came out in 1986. It's gonna be fucking 40 years, Chad. It's 35 fucking years ago. And Terminator 1 and 2, that's, again, a very good point. Were those the only 2 good? I'll say the Sarah Connor Chronicles. I do like that show. It got canceled, sadly. But if we're talking just movies, Terminator 1 and 2, great movies. Wonderful. 3's not even that bad, but it's not nearly as good as the original 2, obviously. 4, no thank you. 5 is awful. 5 is the worst one. And then they did the most recent one, which is also bad. So, but yeah, Terminator's one's like, okay, this can go away. It can die. Or you can come back there, but you do something completely different. You got to get away from John Connor and all that shit. Maybe go back to its horror roots, chat. So, yeah, I don't know. But those are my top 3. But great choices, though. Terminator franchise you could put in there. No doubt about it. But yeah, The Matrix, Pirates of the Caribbean, Alien. Yeah. Yeah, who the fuck thinks Jai Courtney? Yeah, it's weird. Jai Courtney has the best, I will say, Jai Courtney is one of the best agents in Hollywood because despite not being the best actor in the world, he landed so many fucking big projects. It's nuts. Like, so many of them. Across multiple franchises. I'm like, who the fuck is his agent? That agent is listen, films he's put him in, awful. But I'm like, you put him in all these major franchise films, like, hats off to whoever that person, that guy or gal is, chat. Wow. No doubt about it. And then you also asked Duck and Henry about video games that I think started off really good, had potential, but I think just floundered, just became like whatever they are now. Assassin's Creed for me. Like initially I was like, oh, it's a new fucking franchise from Ubisoft. Okay. Whole premise of going back in time and playing with someone's memories, relive past experience. I thought was really cool. By the time we got to 3, I was like, I'm fucking done. But then we had Black Flag. Black Flag was the one I was like, okay, I hated 3, but I really liked Black Flag a lot. and then I was out for the franchise for a while, for a long time. And I came back for Valhalla, and I was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on with the story. All the busy work and fetch quests and Ubisoft, the Ubisoft is one of the most boring developers to me right now. They really are. It's like, yeah, they make AAA games and they fill their world with so much to do, but it's all this stuff that I just don't give a shit about. It makes me care so little for their worlds and characters because it's just this nonsense they fill it with, and it really bothers me. Like Far Cry is kind of the one exception to the rule for me, and I still like that. I still like those worlds and how those games play and feel. But man, everything else, I'm like, I just don't care. I just don't care. I said it before, chat. I'll take 30 robust side quests that make me fucking care about these characters and what I'm doing than 250 side quests that are meaningless and have no impact on anything. But yeah, Assassin's Creed franchise, I think. I mean, listen, it's going to keep selling well, no doubt about it. It's a very successful commercial franchise, but I was excited for Valhalla. I was like, oh, cool, Vikings. I was like, that'll get me back in. I was like, I'm done. I was like, I hit a wall, and I'm like, I don't want to play this anymore. You famously saw that, chat. You famously saw that. Pro, good to see you. I hope you're doing very well. No, you're right. Doug Henry, you're absolutely right. It does. No, believe me. It does all those things those other Ubisoft games do, but I just really like the way it, like that game to me. It's the gameplay, it's the environments for me. But you're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. It's doing the same exact things that the other Ubisoft games are doing. No question. Not arguing with you there. And it's just that one exception to the rule where I still find personal enjoyment in it. But you're right. You're absolutely right. Ubisoft, I'm just very disappointed by them right now. I think they're one of the most boring, and that's why I'm not. Everyone's like really excited for Massive's open world Star Wars game, and they're the developers of the Division series, and I fucking hate the Division series. That live service, third person shooter. I hate the way that game feels. I really dislike the way that game feels, and just I'll bullet. The enemies are all bullets, but I just know they're gonna make a live service Star Wars game, and it's gonna be the Division except for the Star Wars skin, and I'm like, ugh, that's the last thing I want right now. No, that's why I like when Quantic Dream was announced that they might be working, or not announced, but it's rumored. It's been corroborated with some other leakers in Kotaku that Quantic Dream's working on a Star Wars game. I was like, that's what I want. Fuck yeah, I want a very narrative, story-heavy Star Wars game where it's all about the characters. But yeah, I just not excited. And listen, and there's still, and I know there's a lot of Ubisoft fans. They love the Assassin's Creed games, but and they love. I'm sure there's people that love the Division. It's just not for me. It's really not. Ubisoft is just not doing anything that I'm excited about right now. I don't think they're going to stop. They're going to keep doing this. And I'm just like, all right. So they're one of the least interesting publishers working today for me. Yeah. I actually thought the Ghost of Tsushima was boring because Assassin's Creed. We almost felt that Ubisoft collaborated the game. I think with Ghost of Tsushima, one of my criticisms of the game, because I thought the world was beautiful. I liked exploring it. But my one criticism was the side quests because they all felt the same to me. I mean, you did meet some cool supporting characters that I really enjoyed talking to and stuff, forming relationships with. But one thing I will say is that a lot of the side quests that weren't related to the main story is that I would meet someone and they're like, hey, can you go check on my family? And I check and they're all fucking dead. They all end with like a really just like, well, this ended sadly. And that was like in every story ended that way. It wasn't 1, it wasn't 2, it wasn't 5, it wasn't 10. Every side quest ended with a like, well, everyone got fucked or is dead. And I was like, Jesus. If I could be a consultant on that game, if they want to ask my opinion, what should we do different? I'm like, let's put in some fucking side quests that actually are fun. You know, or like not that they weren't fun, like they were cool and interesting to play, and there's some great gameplay and combat, but we're like, have a little levity. I know you're dealing with a serious subject matter, the Mongol invasion of Japan. Get that. But let's add a little, let's get some smiles. How about that? I want to have fun being a samurai. You know, that's my one big thing. I just thought the Ghost of Tsushima. Oh, I'm sorry, I just read the comment. Right, wait, how was he sad on Prince of Persia as long as they have? Because they don't know how to turn into, because it's funny. Assassin's Creed was going to be a Prince of Persia game. That's what it was. And they were like, oh, we can make this into something else. And they were like, well, we have this, so why the fuck do we need Prince of Persia? Now, they are doing that remake, which I'm interested in seeing, but I don't know when that's coming out. No idea what's coming out. Yeah. Yeah, me, Ubisoft. Do you need this, man? You need my opinion. They absolutely need my opinion, Newsy Ducky. Someone's got to talk to them. Another one for me, chat. Final Fantasy. You know, as you guys know, I'm an OG Final Fantasy fan. Love, 4 and 6 and 9, especially as my top 3. Well, I also love 7. But I think the franchise, dropped off a cliff in quality ever since 10. 10 on for a long time. For a very long time. 10 and 13 series and I hate 15. Like, they wanted me back, like, remake. I really like Final Fantasy 7 Remake. Part 1, whatever you want to call it. I like that game a lot. Had a couple issues with it, but overall, I really enjoyed it. I'm excited for 16. So maybe Final Fantasy is on the comeback. I think it looks like it is. It looks like Final Fantasy is on the comeback. You have 7 Remake coming out, Part 2, whatever they're going to call it. You have the Final Fantasy 14 team working on Final Fantasy 16, and Final Fantasy 14 is a beloved MMO. It's just not my kind of game, but I've always heard very positive things about 14, how it's great, and how it's the people from WoW, all these other MMOs are just coming over to it and going like, yeah, this is the fucking one of the best MMOs out there right now. More power to you. Not criticizing that game at all. It's just not for me, but looks like Final Fantasy's on the comeback, which I'm happy about. I'm looking forward to 16, looking forward to playing Part 2 when that comes out in 5 years for 7. And, hey, people are enjoying 14. That's great. But, I mean, there was a period where Final Fantasy, I was like, oh, Jesus Christ. I was very disappointed. I was not a fan. I mean, that Prince of Persia game with the remake or the PS3 graphics? Yup. That's the one. That's the one. Really like 13 way more than 15. I didn't like any of them. Hey, I'm back with fried chicken spaghetti. Spaghetti. You got some spaghetti? God damn it. Color me hazel. Color me hazel. God damn it. Jay responds, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm flustered. Tonight. A lot of things that's racist. It's not racist. I just confuse you sometimes. God damn it. Oh, God damn it. Hold on, Jeff. Oh, Lord. Hold on. Where are you guys? Oh, shit. Where's my thing? Now you're brown. He called me Hazel. I take responsibility. I'm Zowie. Oh, my God. I've done that twice in a row tonight. That's crazy. I'm happy to have you back, though. Cancel Weather Chris. No, don't do it. Oh, my Lord. Jesus. And the other one, I think, the last one I'd say in terms of games, Mass Effect. I love Mass Effect, as you guys know. 3 ended in kind of sloppy, though I think they redeemed themselves with the extended cut and then the DLC. They gave me a lot more what I wanted. I mean, I still would have liked a better answer to why the Reapers were doing their thing, or just not even like I understood what the Reapers were doing. They made sense, but it was just with all the DLCs they incorporated in there. But just like the whole fucking the choices and with the ending and the fucking Star Child is like that. No, thank you. But especially with Mass Effect Andromeda. Chad, like that game was in development for 6 years and they did most of the development in 1. It's like, what the hell? And, you have this huge fucking property. When you think BioWare, one of the first things that comes to mind is Mass Effect, if not the only thing. Of course, Dragon Age, but Mass Effect's the big one. And it's like, wow, what? You dropped the ball. And so that's why this next Mass Effect, like BioWare can't fuck this up. This next Mass Effect and this Dragon Age. And it's like, it's crazy when you think about the KOTOR remake and they're not even developing it. And I think that's also because of the fact that, they are not the developer they once were. So that has to be concerned. Armored saying thank you so much for resubscribing. 10 months and a 2-month streak. Only 2 months away, my friend, from a full year. Thank you for all your support. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Hope you're doing very, very well. Because I'm black and mean fried chicken can't. No. Fried chicken's good. We all know fried chicken's good. Oh, God. Oh, God. We need Anakin Juice Walker and Jesus the Hutt Sheriff. Yes, we do. We need a Herman the Hutt. And we also need Anakin, not just the men, but the women and the children, too. I hate them. They're animals, and I slaughter them like animals. Hell yeah. But those are my answers. The Matrix, Pirates of the Caribbean, Alien for the movies, Assassin's Creed, Final Fantasy, and Mass Effect to a degree. But now, chat, racist cancer, no. Question 3 from Ducky Henry, from Stefan. You and I are kind of close in age. You, 29, myself, 26, very close. So I understand movies like The Phantom Menace looking good to you when it came out because the same thing happened to me. Exactly. What are some movies, video games that you enjoyed, but upon looking back cannot enjoy anymore? You know, it's weird. I was thinking about this. Not that I've played these games recently, but I wonder, it's like, oh, God, would I enjoy this now? Just because of, I mean, graphically and how gameplay has changed in various genres. But it's like back in the day, it's like right now, chat, would I still enjoy playing GoldenEye 64? If I were to do a stream of that, would I enjoy playing that game, the single player than multiplayer? You know, back in the day, when I played that, like in the fucking late 90s, game was, 20 plus years ago at this point. Love that. Spent many summers doing that with friends. And it was amazing. I had those memories forever. So good. Love that game. Love that game. Some of my favorite first-person shooters of all time. But if I were to play that game now, would I have that feeling? Would I recapture that feeling? Or would I go like, ooh, it's dated. It's too dated. First-person shooters have dramatically changed since GoldenEye, chat. Since the original Halo. Since some of the first Call of Duties. Like, they constantly go through innovations and things. So yeah, look, how old do I look, Hazel? What do you think I'm going to hit? I'm going to hit 30 in less than a week. Next week, call me Hazel. I'm going to hit the big 3-0, dirt at 30. Bach, thank you for the 6 biddies. Appreciate that. I look 78. Oh, come on. Why are you being mean? That's really mean. Oh, man. Bach, thank you for another 5 biddies. But yeah, GoldenEye's one of those that I'm like, I love that game so much, but I don't know if I should play it again. I want to. I've been thinking about it. I look 34. Okay. Could be so late Thursday at the very least. God damn it, Jesus. I ain't apologizing to you anymore. G looks 33 but sounds 55. Okay, all right now. Hello, Mr. Yaz, man. Chrissy's 37 million years old. Oh, shit. I'm like dinosaur age, mid-20s Chris. Oh, thank you, Ducky. That's nice. That's why I like answering your questions, because you're nice to me. God damn. Okay. I look old and Clint Eastwood. All right, I'm not going to read these anymore. 25, I'll take that. Thank you. The beard definitely ages me a little bit. It makes me look a little more distinguished. But now, chat. Oh, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'll continue going. So some of the other ones I'm like, oh, yeah, great at the time. I don't know if it's probably haven't aged well. Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Think about that game. It's like, whoa, I love those large open areas and things. But like looking at like gameplay, it's like there's not a lot in those areas. It's very sparse. So Ocarina of Time is one of those for me. I was like, I don't know if I should go back and play that. Super Mario 64 was one of the first 3D. Was it the first or one of the first? I think it was the first 3D platforming game, I want to say. Super Mario 64. It feels like it was one of, if not the first, it was one of the first. And it was a revelation. It was like, this is incredible. But if I were to play that now, I mean, I remember playing Psychonauts 1 chat recently in the last 2 months, and I was like, this is fun, but man, it's dated. And that came out in 2004. Super Mario 64 came out in 1996, 95, I want to say. It's like mid to kind of late 90s. And I was like, yeah, I don't know. That's another one. I was like, I just don't know if I could go back and play that. When you have something like Super Mario Odyssey or Galaxy or hell, Sunshine. So, I don't know. And another game I love. Two more. GTA Vice City. GTA Vice City has always been my favorite Grand Theft Auto game. I love the time period, the 80s, the score, the soundtrack is great, chat. I love the missions, and I love those characters, Tommy Vercetti and Lance Vance and stuff, and the lawyer, was it Ken Rosenberg, and so many great things. But I'm like, that game came out 2004? No, 2002? 2003? And so that's almost 20 years old now. And I'm thinking, yeah, we live in a time where we have like Red Dead Redemption and GTA 5 and those games. Like, can I go back and play that game? How would that feel? How would the driving feel? How would the shooting feel? Like, I don't know. If I see the Angels, that's the thing I'm afraid of going back and playing. Like, I haven't played these recently, but I have not. But I'm thinking of games that I really love playing a lot of back in the day and going, ugh. And the last one, chat, and I'm kind of scared. I'm happy because this game's getting a remake, chat, but KOTOR, which came out in 2003, I want to say. really truly put BioWare on the map for the mainstream. It's my favorite Star Wars game of all time, but I've not played that game in a very long time. I haven't played that game probably in like at least over 10 years at this point. And I'm just like, yeah, is this? I mean, I know it's dated. I know it hasn't aged well, but I want to play that when I hit partner chat. I'm interested to see like just how does that game feel. So it's gonna be interesting. But that one I will play. That one I will play sometime in the future when I do hit partner someday. But it's the one I'm worried about too. That's why I'm happy at least we're getting that remake. I'm hoping for the best for that. I wish to play Halo 1 on Master Chief because it didn't age well. Yeah, Halo 1 is probably, of course. I mean, Halo 1 is like, the most iconic first-person shooters of all time, certainly for consoles. People would think of like first-person shooters, that was a PC thing. And then, you get like when you really started to get like quality first-person shooters was during like that Xbox PS2 generation. That was the big one. That's when you started to see a lot of that. And, of course those games have aged. Halo's going to be, Halo 1's going to be, isn't it on its 20th anniversary this year? Because that game came out in 2001, I want to say. So, yeah. Yeah, it's nuts, chat. Remember, I played KOTOR multiple times recently, and parts of it are clunky, but the voice acting and writing holds up. That's the thing. Is at least the writing and the voice acting holds up. That's great to hear. University of Hospital 2 kind of aged well. Cowboy Halo 1 and 3 is great, especially online mode. Oh, no, I'm sure. Oh, no, yeah. I mean, Halo 3, I mean, that game is still aged very well. Them online, definitely. Right, Sprint, I was not a fan of it. Yeah, that was a controversial thing when they added Sprint to a Halo game, but so many first-person shooters have Sprint. Well, it'd be Call of Duty or Battlefield. I think that was the thing. Like, Halo was like, oh, shit, we got to innovate. But yeah, Halo didn't have Sprint for a while. Good point. But those are some of the ones I could think off the top of my head. Then we have question 4, moving on to Stefan's question 4. Fourth question. I truly believe the prequels got away with Anakin and Padme's relationship because it was Padme who was so much older, not Anakin. Oh, yeah, very good point. Our culture tends to cheer on young boys getting older women. That's true. It's like, good for you, kid. Yeah. So often, Chad, when you hear about these stories about these like middle school kids or these high school boys, like they got with the teacher and stuff, and everyone, and the reactions are there. I mean, look, you do see. You see a lot more reaction people going, yeah, good for that guy. Or good for her. It's like, that's bad. It's crazy. But, yeah, juicy nerd talk, me fascinating. But I did see that a lot. I absolutely saw that a lot. But where if it's a young girl and it's a male teacher, it's like, it changes. But it's just as bad. It's just as bad, chap. Preying on these kids. A crowd said to cheer on young boys getting older women. Like when female teachers are found having a relationship with their male students. Adam Sandler's Daddy's Boy, remember that? I think is the name of the movie. Yeah, that was the premise of the film. When the teacher who was like 30 plus years old had sex with and he was like 14, or wasn't he 12? Blank Check did that shit too. That's right. Wasn't like Adam Sandler's character in the movie like 12 years old and the teacher was like 35? It was like, what the fuck? No, they're both gross. Exactly. Anyway, are there any movie, video games where there's relationships that just give you the heebie-jeebies no matter how hard they try to push it? He was 12. Jesus fucking Christ. Lord. Yes. Sorry, I got distracted. Christianity might be shit. That reminds me of Lucas kind of get the whole underage romance thing in American Video. They don't go full on, but there's a subplot of a guy who should be in college, but hasn't graduated. A 13-year-old driving around throughout the night, and it feels like the movie wants to make it a romance, but doesn't commit. Jesus, that's weird. That's very odd. Them Lannisters, though, I know they're all about that. But yeah, obviously, no. You said one of the ones I was going to bring up, but yes, definitely the relationship between Jaime Lannister and Cersei Lannister. It's like, and they're like, oh, they love each other. And he loves Cersei. I'm like, he's fucking his sister. that ain't changing for me. That is still really creepy. That's always going to creep me out. So, yes, definitely throw that up there on there. Yeah, Jaime Lannister and Cersei Lannister. No, thank you. And especially because he's like, really, Jamie? She's fucking evil. She's crazy. She's killed so many people. And you're still with her, dude. My God. That sisterpuss must be good, Chav. Lord. Oh, my God. Please, no. I mean, he's fucked up, too. He's just as fucked up. I mean, he grew more of a conscience throughout the series, but he's still kind of fucked up. At the end of the day, Chav. Oh, McClose from Always Sunny. Oh, yeah. That's another one. Definitely. Some other ones from video games, Chad. I mean, that was for like a movie or yeah, I like to put TV shows in there too. Yeah, definitely that. Another one, chat. You guys know this: Sonic and Princess Elise from Sonic 2006. Like, I'm like, I see what you're doing here. You're trying to get this young underage girl to fuck that hedgehog. I'm like, no, Sega, no. I see what you're doing, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And I know that, believe me, I am the one who knows this, chat. There is a lot of slash fiction between Sonic and Princess Elise out there, okay? A lot. Oh, yeah, Old Boy, of course. Famously. Yeah, I mean, fucking father having, spoiler for Old Boy. You haven't seen the movie, chat. Came out 15 years ago. Spoiler. Father fucking his daughter, but not knowing it's his daughter. Definitely. But yeah, Sonic and Princess Elise, very disturbing. Bestiality, chat's bestiality. I do not approve of that. Other one, which is weird. This one's kind of long forgotten. But it's just like, it comes out of fucking nowhere. And it's not a very good game. But remember the Bionic Commando reboot? Like in 2008 or something, 2009. It didn't do well. It was a third-person Bionic Commando game. And the whole premise is you play this military guy who has this giant fucking bionic arm and does all these cool things and grapple hook and blast people and shit. But you learn, chat, that the bionic arm is his wife. It's literally his wife, chat, where they put what was left of her into his bionic arm and integrate it with his own body, chat. So it's like a biomechanical arm. And his wife is the arm. And it's like, what? Excuse me? And it's like, okay. So that one is like, that's the only thing that game, anytime you do see that game come up in conversation or like is referenced, it's because his arm is his wife. I don't get it. No, that's all you need to know. You're not supposed to. Exactly. That's what everyone else said when they got to that moment in the game and go, excuse me? You're right there where you need to be. Nah, you're right there where you need to be. And the last one, chat, this one just made me uncomfortable, was the Duke Nukem Forever game. It was Duke Nukem and the twins, those two girls, which are clearly meant to be like fucking Paris Hilton and the other one, Nicole Richie, which shows just how dated that game was. It's like, are you making a Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton reference in this game? It's like, my God. But it just made me really uncomfortable. And like, there's this scene when they're abducted and they're like impregnated and they explode. And I'm just like, I don't like any of this. There's a lot of violence against pregnant women in that game. And I'm just like, I don't like this. That one always kind of disturbed me and just really grossed me out, made me uncomfortable. So that Sonic, yeah, I mean, obviously Cersei and Jaime Lannister from Game of Thrones in terms of like TV shows, movies. Sonic and Princess Elise from Sonic 2006, Bionic Commando and his wife Arm, and Duke Nukem and the twins, which are meant to be, just Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie. God, that game. So you know that game was in development hell for so long because of just the dated references. Like, there's a Christian Bale joke. There's a whole scene where they have this actor yelling at the light guy in that game, and it's like that fucking thing came out like in 2008 with Christian Bale. Why is this in a game that came out in what 2012? It's like, what the hell is going on? Hardball 1. He fucked a three-breasted monster. He did. Thank you for their base. Don't forget Gex the Gecko and a live-action woman. Check out. I never played Gex. I've never played the Gecko games, but he had sex of a woman. That's bestiality again. Jesus. I am still confused. I still got some more questions to answer. But we are now on Luke. Oh, yeah, Luke and Leia. Oh, Jesus, yeah. Because Lucas didn't know. Thing is, like, George Lucas often says he had Star Wars all figured out in 1977. He did not. He did not, Chad. He had maybe some basic ideas for the trilogy, but he did not have he didn't have it all planned out. By the time they did A New Hope, Lucas did not know that he was going to make Luke and Leia a brother and sister. He did not. That was obvious. Especially Empire. By Empire, he didn't even know. Like that whole Skywalker line is like, there is another. When you're just like, another there is. He didn't know by then either. It wasn't until much later. He was like, I'm making brother and sister. Yeah, he didn't figure out a lot of this stuff. Like even when he says like, the prequel, he had some ideas for the prequels figured out, but it wasn't until 1994 where he actually sat down and worked on those scripts. when he actually produced those screenplays. That okay, now he had the ideas of the prequels, but he had some ideas. He knew that Vader and that Anakin and Obi-Wan dueled, and that Vader was physically deformed because of that duel, and it happened on near a volcano. Like one of his motivations, or for Mark Hamill, Lucas explained, like he had this idea that that Vader was going to be Luke's dad. I think he always knew that one. And he said for like motivation for Mark Hamill, it's like, why do I have this fear of Vader? What is that about? And he says, it's because your dad, because he said Vader, he threw your dad in a volcano. Like that's what he told him. That's what was the big thing. He's like, I hate him even more. There's a famous interview you can watch Mark Hamill talking about what like Luke's fear of Vader and why he wants vengeance upon him for the quote unquote death of his father. So it's interesting stuff. But anyway, Chad. Anyway, question five from Stefan. Billy sure did say it. What is the Phantom Menace? Or who? Was it Palpatine or Anakin? Anyway, what are some titles of video games, movies that just don't fit the actual product? So just to answer that question right there, I think it's specifically the Phantom Menace is specifically referencing Maul and Palpatine, I think. Because the Sith have been gone they haven't really been gone for 1,000 years. They've always been around. They've just been doing it in secret because of the rule of two. Passing down knowledge from master to apprentice, and then the new master, new apprentice, etc. So the Sith survived because the reason why they did the rule of two, because they kept fucking slaughtering each other back in the day because they all wanted power. They were jonesing for that power trip, Chad. And they're like, okay, we got to kill all these Sith and just keep two around. And so the cycle continues on. We can exist in secret until we finally take the moment to obtain power. But I believe I think it's Palpatine and Maul. But Anakin being the Phantom Menace makes sense too, because you don't even know. It's like, oh shit, yeah, I guess, yeah. Like you wouldn't expect them. You wouldn't expect Anakin. So it's a good question. But yeah, I guess more specifically, it is referencing Palpatine. I guess I can say that. If not Maul, then definitely Palpatine, because he's in the background manipulating all this shit, set up the whole thing of the blockade of Naboo, sets up all the Clone Wars. He manufactures a war for his own benefit, his rise to power, so he can get the emergency powers and shit to create an army and to make the government more fascist. So it probably refers to Palpatine specifically. That's definitely up there. But in terms of video games, great question, by the way, or movies. But like I specifically, maybe you can get up some movies, chat. But a couple of video games come to mind, 3 specifically. The Kingdom Hearts and their various titles. Like there are little Kingdom Hearts games. Like, okay, I get it. It's referring to like the kingdoms, like the different realms in that universe. You go to this kingdom and that kingdom, and the hearts is like, because it's all based around like hearts and shit. Like, and that's if you don't have your heart, then you become like a darkness thing, right? I don't know the terms, but I know that that's what happens when your heart is taken out and some shit. You become like an evil shadow monster, and there's like an old man who's also like multiple people in the series, whatever. I know that's the thing. I get that, but there are like little titles like Dream Drop Distance or Kingdom Hearts, 2047 Under 6, and like they have a numbering system with decimals, like 2.5 and then also 2.8. It's like, what the fuck? Why do you have 2.8? I don't know any games that have 2.8 in the title. It's like, what does that mean? What does that mean? So weird. Quick question. Do you think Disney Plus might make a Kingdom Hearts show or anime? Probably. If I was fucking Disney, I would. I absolutely would. I'd be like, I don't understand any of this, but I would make it. I'd like, make it. Just put it out there for the fans. They'll eat it up. But I'd be like, I don't know how I would be creatively involved. I'd just be confused. I would say, hey, put some Star Wars in there. Put some more recent Disney movies in there. Put, Zootopia and put in Frozen. Everyone loves Frozen. I'd be that guy. I'd be like, put in all this shit. Put in all that new stuff that we did for Kingdom Hearts. Outside of that, go to town the story. Do whatever you want. That's what they should do, I figure. But yeah, the subtitles came out something. I don't know what the fuck any of this means. It's so weird. It's so weird, chat. But I understand what the main title means. The subtitles, fuck if I know. Some other ones, chat. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Okay, Metal Gear Rising. Fair enough. Very generic title, Rising. I will never put Rise in a title for a movie ever, or in a book. It's like that's like, can't do anymore. Can't do anymore. I mean, it doesn't work. There's been too many bad movies with Rise in the title. There's been some good ones. Rise of the Planet of the Apes, pretty good. But like, we've had the Dark Knight Rises, and we've had fucking the Rise of Skywalker. It's like, don't do that anymore. It's done. It's done. But Metal Gear Rising, generic. But then they come up with the word. It's the spinoff of Raiden with Jack Chat from Metal Gear Solid 2 and 4 and shit. But it has the subtitle of Revengeance, not Revenge, which would be like, okay, not Vengeance. Okay, it combines the words revenge and vengeance into a new made-up word. It's an actual. No, I have never heard the word Revengeance used. I'm gonna look this up. I've never heard it used in a sentence. I've never seen it in a book. I've never heard it in a movie or a TV show or a cartoon in my entire life. The only time I've ever seen Revengeance used is for Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance. Has it just been made a word? And when I type in Revengeance on Google, the first thing that comes up is Metal Gear Rising Revengeance. Is Revengeance a word? Here it is. Let's see. Revengeance, a furious act of revenge. Okay, there you go. To use violence to attain peace. Revengeance. It's a furious act of revenge. Okay. I'll believe it. I'll take it. I've just never heard this used in a sentence before, except in this game. Or the title. I don't know if they even fucking say it in the game. I don't know if they say the word Revengeance. I just know it's in that title. And I've never seen it outside of anything. Ask Webster's Dictionary, Mr. Webster, will you please show the receipt? Yes! Because I think if I be Rise of Silver Surfers, oh yeah, the Rise of Cobra, Rise of the Machines, the Rise of Tej, yeah, all that shit. And Rise is just not good. It's not good shit. Red Wing, original late 15th century, earliest use is in St. Peter's, either from Middle French, rare, revengeance, or from its element, plus vengeance, adverb, after revenge. Man. I've just never seen it outside of anything. Has anyone? I have a question, honest question, awesome question, chat. I'll take Revenga, chat. But that's more of a word than the other thing. Has anyone actually seen the word Revengeance outside of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance? Crusaders, no. Okay, I'm glad we're being honest here. Like, I've never heard it. The Revenge is man. Sure. Nope. You should call it Metal Gear Devil May Cry. I mean, that's kind of that's exactly what it is. Vanny, nope. Sir Work, no, sir. I didn't know. I can't read. He says, no, I don't know. I can't read words. Revenge what? There you go. Yeah. So I'll concede. Real word. Just never seen it ever used ever. Revengeance, the act of gaining revenge at a rare rate of at least 2.54 times greater. What? To that of a standard revenge and 1.61 the standard revenge. I love that. We're incorporating the Kingdom Hearts numbering system into this too. Thank you for 30 videos. I feel like I've heard it on a cartoon somewhere, possibly played for laughs. Chris Quantum Solace. Oh, Quantum Solace. I'm like, I don't know what any of that means. I don't know what a quantum of solace. Solace is like to be alone. I'm going to take solace in this moment. I'm going to take a quiet moment. Quantum, Quantum Solace makes no goddamn sense. Definitely that one. Quantum Solace is I don't know what that means. It's an awful name for a movie. That was actually, wasn't it like a collection of Bond like short stories or something? I forget. Because I know one of the Bond books was called Quantum Solace, but I think it contained like 2 short stories or something. But awful. And the last one, chat, this is going to be a controversial one, but it's like, I don't really know what this is referring to. Resident Evil. Now, you guys know I'm a Resident Evil fan. I love the series, chat. I loved a lot of the entries in the series. Played Village this year, one of my favorite games, Resident Evil Village. Resident Evil 2 Remake, probably my second favorite horror game of all time, behind Dead Space. But Octopus, yeah, that's good. Yeah, true. Not a great word. Why are you talking science? I know, Comiso, I know. But I guess, yeah, evil is a resident. I guess evil resides here, I suppose. It resides in this location. You got to battle the evil. It's the Resident Evil. But the actual name for Resident Evil in Japan is Biohazard, which makes, that's a perfect name. That makes so much sense because you're constantly dealing with biohazards. These man-made things using chemicals and toxins and viruses and things. It's like, of course. And the reason why Capcom couldn't use Biohazard in the United States, I think in other countries, was because of a licensing issue over the name. I think like a band had the name Biohazard, and it couldn't, because they had that, Capcom couldn't release Resident Evil under the name Biohazard, which is what it is called in Japan. And that's it. Biohazard is just a better name. It just is an absolutely better name. Shit, it makes more sense. It's like, oh, you're actually talking about the things that happen in the game. Resident Evil's like, all right, I guess it's evil and it resides. Okay. Evil resides in science? Yeah, I guess. Maybe? Yeah? Because I have a great short video that I will give you a good. Oh, send it my way, man. Send it my way. Some sort of copy. It's like a copyright issue. It's some licensed copyright issue. Yeah. Middle of the 90s. That's it. And apparently just, and at that point, but, probably expired by this point, maybe. But now, now it's just known as Resident Evil here. Mostly known as Resident Evil. And it's funny because then they did Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. And in Japan, it's called Biohazard 7 Resident Evil, which is so funny. Oh yeah, Too Fast, Too Furious, really bad title. Yeah, that's a goofy one. Definitely a big goofy one. But yeah, those are mine, Chad. You guys have some great with Too Fast, Too Furious. Definitely, what was it? Quantum of Solace, great pick. Kingdom Hearts and its various weird titles, Metal Gear Rising, Revengeance, and Resident Evil, Chad. Even though I really like Resident Evil, I do, but compared to the original name, not as good. Not as good. And that, my friends, brings an end to Ducking Henry, Stefan Henry's questions. Stefan, thank you so much. Ducking Henry, thank you so much for being a subscriber on my Patreon. I hope you like these answers. I hope I provide you some thick, girthy, well-endowed answers. It was very fun for me. You got some good ones. I like the theme ones. Phantom Menace theme. I like it. Very cool. Very, very cool, my friend. But now, chat, I'm just going to briefly go potty. I gotta go potty, chat. And also, I'm gonna get a little more red wine. Come here, so I'm gonna get your questions right after this. You always like to be last. I think you said you like to be last. And so I'm gonna get your questions in just a bit. So hold on to your tuchuses, chat. I shall return. Stick around. Chat, I have returned, chat. And now we're gonna be getting to Color Me Hazel's questions right here. Ducky Henry, thank you so much. I'm gonna turn my the lights back on. God damn it, Haas! Oh, he just fucking bot attack. He's bot attacking me, chat. Thank you, Ducky Henry, for the biddies. Let me see how many biddies. 25 biddies. Very kind, good sir. I have to turn these off again, chat. This guy came back. Yeah, he's a bot attack. Don't click on his name. Do not click on his name, chat. Now we can't see your stupid, your bot follows. You big jerk. You big jerk. Now we can't see him. You're out of sight, out of mind. I'm just going to keep talking to my wonderful chat who has been so supportive of me. Thank you. Yeah. We're going to place the Leon sound alert for bits. I can't use the Capcom music. I can't use any. I would. I will. I know there will be there will be some new alerts for the bits, specifically Halloween themed and Freddy Krueger themed. Should be good. It'll be good fun. My question get lost or deleted? Oh, did you submit a question, Sir Fax? I'm sorry. Where's your question? Don't even run my questions, right? Steerfax, what was your question? Was it on Patreon? Did you send it to me via message? It was about the Monsterverse. Oh, well, how did you? It was on Patreon. I'm looking at it right here. I got Vanisphere's question. I got Stefan's question. Call Me Hazel sent hers via messaging. Wait, did you submit it in the most recent one, or did you submit it in an older one? An older post. Bach, thank you for the 4 base. Must have happened. Something must have happened. That's all good. Well, go ahead and ask me. You can ask me right now. What's your question? I'll happily answer it. Thank you, Bach, for the 4 biddies. No, Stereofax. No, I mean, Color Me Hazel likes to go last. And so, go ahead. If you can copy and paste or what your question was, or I can go into detail right now. I'm watching it right now. It's really good. Chris deleted like a buzz. I did not do that. No, I did not do that. I had Vanny's question for some reason got deleted last week, or not, or maybe like a previous week. I'm trying to remember, but they showed up in the email. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I got your question right here. Okay, James Gurdon. So this is weird. Why didn't this show up? You posted 3 days ago, Thursday, September 23rd. And okay, I got your question, man. So this is weird. It's the same thing that happened to Vanny. Same thing that happened to Vanispheres, where he submitted all these questions and they just got deleted off the Patreon. So sorry about that, Serafax. I'm gonna read your question. So I have the email, but I don't have the. It is not showing up on the site. So I faxing now. Hell yeah, man. So I'll read your question right here. Here you go, chat. Has James Gurdon. James Gurdon, also known as Sterafax. Thank you for being a subscriber, good sir. Monsterverse question. I know the series is mainly focused. Excuse me. I'm dying. I know the series is mainly focused on Godzilla and King Kong properties, but when introducing or reintroducing classic monsters from any and all cinema, i.e. Gorgo, them, the Claw, help out the Monsterverse and make it diverse? Or should it just stay Godzilla and King Kong versus? I would love that. No. Listen, nothing would make me more excited than to bring in some classic kaiju or giant monsters from other films. I mean, the thing is, they're owned by different studios. The licenses are owned by different studios across the board. So, like, Gamera is not owned by Toho. Now, I don't know if a deal can be worked out where we can have, like, Gamera, a giant fire-breathing turtle who fucking loves kids, to come in there for a movie. Hell, fucking yeah, I would love that. I would absolutely love to see Gamera in a King Kong movie or a Godzilla film. I would love to diversify. Yeah, get Gorgo, get some of these other monsters like no one knows about, or, you know, just, yeah, put them in there. Why not? Yeah, they're them or giant insects and stuff. I am all for that. I'm all for that. Yes. I mean, there's so many. Let me think about like kaiju. See, I wish I saw this earlier. Sorry again. It just didn't show up on Patreon. But kaiju not owned by Toho. Like, there is so much variety that we can, you know, possibly get into in terms of like giant monsters. I think that we think of the famous ones. We always think of Godzilla when we think of kaiju movies. But yeah, I would love it if they bring in some old school ones that just people have just long forgotten. I think that would be absolutely awesome, and do like new designs for them, redesigns and things, or old Godzilla enemies we haven't seen before. Hell yeah, let's get Clifford the big fucking red dog in there. Why not? He's a kaiju. He's eating people. I wouldn't mind that at all. Like, Dad, bring in some old school Godzilla enemies we haven't seen in years. Let's get that Attack of the 50. Let's get that big broad in there and start throwing down with Godzilla. Frankenstein was a kaiju once. It's true. It was like a little boy. It was like a little boy. It was kind of like a Cro-Magnon, man. It was weird. No, I'd be all for that. Like, yeah, the big ones. Gamera obviously would be huge. That's one I would absolutely like. Let's get Gorgo in there. Them, all the ants, the giant bugs from them. That's a big one. Yeah. No question. Listen, I think the Monsterverse, it got off kind of on a rocky start. I really didn't like Godzilla 2014, and King of the Monsters was pretty rough. It was better, but it wasn't great. But I love Kong Skull Island. Kong Skull Island and Godzilla vs. Kong, I felt like they struck the right tone. They really did strike the best tone possible for that. And I think Skull Island is probably still the best film, but I really enjoyed. I mean, fuck, that's probably one of my top 10 movies of the year. Still is King Kong vs. Godzilla, or Godzilla vs. King Kong. I love that movie. Yeah, I gave it like a low full price. I really enjoyed it. So yeah, they want to keep expanding it, but also have that more. It's that tongue-in-cheek tone. And they really focus on the monsters and just give it. Maybe, I mean, my biggest criticism of those movies at this point is I just really want some characters to attach myself to. You know, I thought they did such a great job, and well, you know, at least to a degree, in Skull Island. With the John Riley character was just so much fun to be around, and Sam Jackson is this Captain Ahab kind of guy trying to chase his Moby Dick and Khan. I really like that. So we get something more to that degree. I'm all for it. Along with all these other kaiju from other movies that are underused, or maybe just the licenses are just like expired. It's like, yeah, fucking why not? Let's bring them in there for a cameo or have an extended role. I think that'd be awesome. The Monsterverse has a lot of potential. I really do think they finally kind of are like, okay, we're kind of on track now. You know, I feel like, yeah, the 2014 was just way too overly serious, and it became unintentionally funny, and just not enough Godzilla. Like, they really, again, and King of the Monsters, like, it was better, but, man, those fucking characters, oof. But Skull Island and Godzilla vs. Kong. Kong apparently is the secret. Kong is the secret ingredient to make American Godzilla movies good. I really think you need to put him in there, or you need to have Godzilla with like a friend, in there to like really make him good. So, yeah, do that. I know that there was a rumor. I don't know if there's any truth to it, but they're going to do another Kong movie called Son of Kong, which is funny. It is an actual Kong movie called Son of Kong. It came out either it was the same year or a year later after the original King Kong 33, where they went back to the island. Some of the characters in the original went back to the island. They found Kong's son, who was this albino ape, this great white ape. So I mean that'd be cool, and just spend some time in the what was it called, the Hollow Earth? That looks interesting. Like, let's do a whole movie in the Hollow Earth. I've said before. The Son of Kong. So that the original one, you can watch it that way. I haven't seen the movie in a long time. I want to do a commentary for that sometime in the future. But they're doing their own version of it. I've said before, like, I would love to do like movies to set in there, set in the Hollow Earth and stuff. But that's the lifeblood. It's the heart of the planet. I think you could do that. I had my own idea for a Godzilla film where it's destroy all monsters. Eventually we get to destroy all monsters and stuff, but it's not Ghidorah. It's not King Ghidorah, because King Ghidorah's gone at this point. But also with Mechagodzilla gone. But I think it'd be really cool if the ultimate big bad guy in Destroy All Monsters is actually Destroya, which is what's my favorite Godzilla enemy kaiju, and where Destroya is a byproduct of the Oxygen Destroyer, which was used in the original Gojira film in '54, and evolved over time into this massive monstrous kaiju. Unintentionally created by Dr. Serizawa. But you also have in the new one, King of the Monsters, where they actually did use the Oxygen Destroyer on Ghidorah and Godzilla, almost killing both. And so that's a setup right there. You already built that in there. Ghidorah can be born from that. And you can have where Destroya's whole thing is, I just want to fucking terraform the planet to my own devices. That's what I want to do. And in order to do that, it needs to go in the Hollow Earth to truly do it. And I think it'd be cool if, incorporate more Godzilla characters in a unique way. In the Hollow Earth, we have other Godzilla, friends that reside there now, like Anguirus. I know we see Anguirus' skeleton in in King of the Monsters in Godzilla's domain, but I think it'd be really cool to be like, there's another Anguirus now. It's like, of course. And the species still continues on. You have the big one. You have the big Anguirus. But you also, like, the heart of the planet is Biollante. I think it'd be really awesome if a new, unique way to use Biollante and have that. They have to protect her. Because if she dies and the planet dies, and Destroyer's like, I want to fucking kill that bitch. And Godzilla and Kong and Anguirus and Rodan and Mothra and maybe some other ones like Baragon, or you said fucking Gorgo and the fucking insects and shit like them. That would be really cool. It's like, this is our final fucking stand, and we can't let this thing just destroy it and its acolytes. Maybe if you can throw in some other kaiju, like, that are on Destroya's side or stuff, or, Destroya's able to, reproduce asexually, and there's like the little ones and shit. Do that. Fucking do that. And we're like, we have to stop this thing. And maybe have some of these monsters that sacrifice themselves. Maybe fucking Khan makes the ultimate sacrifice for his boy Godzilla, and they actually become friends in that movie, and they're like, all right, but then Khan has to, like, you gotta fucking protect my family, Godzilla. All right, take care of my son of Khan. Take care of my wife. Take care of my brother-in-law, my mother-in-law. And he makes the ultimate sacrifice in killing Destroya, chat. Okay? And Godzilla's like, shit, I gotta take care of this kid, but Khan's my boy. And we were enemies, but then we became frenemies, and then we were friends. And I gotta raise his kid right, and I gotta do right by his family. That'll be fucking cool. That's what I want, chat. That's what I want. Then you get the son of Khan. Hell yeah, that's what I would do, chat. That's what I would do. Kumunga, oh yeah, get Kumunga, the giant ice spider, get the giant praying mantis in there. Hell yeah, do all of that. That's what you do. That's it. Like, if I had the control of this, I'd be like, I want to do a Destroy All Monsters, but this is what it's going to be. It won't be King Ghidorah because he's gone. He's gone at this point. Maybe you can do Mecha King Ghidorah someday. You could, still can't. There's no doubt about that. But I would love to do Destroya. I really do. Destroying Biollante, like, really fucking bad. Except Biollante's not more of an enemy. That's more of a, I'm just doing my thing. Just don't let him kill me. I would love that. So the Khan came in the same year as King Kong. Wow, look at that. Okay, what's the same year? Even though apparently critics and us both hated the first Khan. Really? They hated the first Con? Really? I thought it was, wow, I thought it was a really well-liked film. Fuck, I didn't know. They made a shit ton of money, though, I thought. I thought it made a lot of money. I like Millie Bobby Brown so much on Stranger Things and Enola Holmes, but she is fucking annoying. Takes away the tension of these. She goes, I wasn't bothered by her, honestly. I just think, it's not that I found her annoying. I just didn't think she got enough to do. Like his most recent film, she's there. I'm not bothered by her, though. I wish there's more for her to do. For all the human characters, really. Minion, the son of God. Yeah, fucking then Godzilla's kid and Khan's kid are like friends. Chat, I'm telling you, we can do this. Godzuki and Little Khan. Little Khan, chat. Donkey Khan. Hell yeah, can someone remind me what happened at the end of Godzilla's Khan? Godzilla saved Khan, right? Or did they? No, what happened was, well, yeah, I guess, what happened was, so, Godzilla fucking dominated Khan. Alpha killed him. Khan's like, I'm having a heart attack. But then Godzilla's confronted by Mechagodzilla. Mechagodzilla whoops Godzilla's ass because Godzilla's exhausted at this point. Mechagodzilla's super strong. And the humans, they resuscitate Khan, and they ask Khan, it's like, can you fucking help Godzilla? He's like, I want to help that fucking giant lizard. He's an asshole. And they're like, but this other thing is much worse, and you got to help him. He's like, fine. And him and Godzilla team up, and it takes everything they have. It takes everything they have to beat Mechagodzilla. Godzilla gets backhanded, though, like, bah! And, like, it's Khan and Mechagodzilla for a good portion of the fight. And Khan's got his fucking axe. He's been hitting fucking Mechagodzilla with it and shit. But, Mechagodzilla is like, I'm about to stab you with my spinny robot tail. And Khan's like, oh, shit. But Godzilla sees the axe. And apparently, Chad, Godzilla's species can power axes and stuff because it's made out of a Godzilla plate. Spine plate, and Godzilla sees this, like, I don't know what that fucking is, goes, bah! And uses radioactive blast on the axe, powers up Khan's axe, and then he's able to use it to slice and dice Mechagodzilla, chat, rips his fucking head off, boom, becomes king of the monsters because Mechagodzilla defeated Godzilla, Mechagodzilla became king of the monsters, and then Khan defeats Mechagodzilla, thus becoming King Kong. Nazi smiles, okay. So there you go. That's what happened at the end of the movie. And then, like, Khan and Godzilla are, like, really fucking tired. And Khan's sitting there, he's standing up there with the axe. It's like, fuck. And Godzilla's like, so what we fucking doing, man? And Khan's like, we ain't doing nothing, bro. And he drops the axe, and Godzilla's like, right answer. And he just like, oh, fuck. Godzilla's just like, Godzilla, you can look, both of them are so tired. But Godzilla's, like, literally going out in the ocean like, oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus, God. I love how fucking tired. Also, by the way, I want more Godzilla laughing in films. Like, Toho, for whatever reason, and it's very bizarre to me, but they requested that they show as little emotion on Godzilla's face as possible for all the, while the Warner Brothers has the license, or whoever has the license, Legendary or something. And I guess Adam Wingard begged. He begged, I want to make Godzilla laugh. And it was one of the funniest, best moments in the movie. It's like, I want more of that. That was so cool. When you see Godzilla, when he blasts Khan there, he goes, ha, 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 ha. It wasn't that. That was great. That was great. It's like, I want more emotion. I don't want to just be going, ah, and just blasting fire all the time. It was so fun seeing him emote. So, yeah, he laughed. He fucking laughed at Khan. He's like, ha, 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 when he hit him. Yeah, so I want more of that. I was like, hell yeah. Adam Wingard really got the tone right. There's some problems. There are. But he really got the tone of what those movies should be. Jordan Vogt Roberts. Or Jordan Voight Roberts. Voight Roberts, the guy who directed Cult Skull, he understood the tone, I think. So, I'm hopeful. But yeah, to answer your questions here, Fax, I mean, there's a lot of opportunities they can take, and I'm hopeful with the future. I'm hoping, like, that movie was just so much fun. It was like, this is really fun to watch. And the watch party we did was fun. I did a commentary for the film, video and audio. I've seen that movie like 3 times. And it's paced really well. It's like an hour and 25 minutes. It's like, yeah, it's an hour and a half, but it's 5 minutes of credits. That's an hour and 25. It's like, that's how long these movies need to be. That's it. I don't need 2 hours of a monster movie. It's like, that's a giant monster kaiju film. No, hour and 25 minutes, boom, you're out. Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. That's all I need. Very good. It was 2 hours long? Really? I thought it was like super short. Kong vs. Godzilla is 2 hours? No. Godzilla vs. Kong, I should say. thought it was so much shorter. Well, it doesn't feel like it's an hour 53 minutes? Really? Huh. Wow, it does not feel that way. Interesting. All right. Fair enough. I could have sworn it was like an hour and a half. That is weird. Hold on. I'm going to go to HBO Max really quick. I want to see, chat, because I remember that movie being very short, and I really liked it about that. Cragman, you going to head to bed? No problem, Cragman. Do what you got to do. Sleep, my friend. Thank you for stopping by the stream. I got to see how long Godzilla Khan is, chat. I remember it being very short. I liked it. I liked it for that. I wasn't bothered by that at all. It's hour 53 minutes. That's fucking nuts. Wow. Interesting. All right, fair enough. There you go, chat. Never mind. I was wrong. Could have sworn that was not the case. But there you go, Starefax. Hope you liked the answer to your question. Thank you so much for being a Revanite subscriber. Or no, Juicy Games subscriber. Please send in your request, by the way. Please do send in your request so I can do your audio and video commentary of the movie and cartoon of your choice. Killabish, thank you for the raid. Killabish, I turned off my alerts because I'm getting follow botted to death. Sadly, I got a follow bot that's been attacking me. But thank you so much, Killabish, for the raid. I hope you're having a very nice night. Hard Hands chat, please do check out Vanessa, Killabish's channel. Give her some follow her, subscribe to her, donate to her. She's so nice. Webcaster, welcome to stream. Yeah, I had to turn off. We're all getting bought. So is it Haas? Has it been Haas? This guy's a buster. Oh Lord, yeah. Yeah. Oh no, we're gonna go Hazel. I'm gonna do Hazel's questions next. So a buster. Yeah. Yeah. So sorry about that. Yeah, I know. I like to play the witness me, but this guy just being a buster. Apparently, to everybody today. Asshole. But thank you again, Starefax. Thank you again, James, for being so patient. Sorry, I don't know what happened to your question on the Patreon. This is the second time this has happened, and I don't know what's going on. Patreon be fucking up, man. But thank you for your support. I hope you liked the answer. Like I said, I like going into the details for you, man. I like giving you the thick, girthy, well-endowed answers to your question. But now, chat, we're going to go ahead and move on to Color Me Hazel. Color Me Hazel, thank you for being patient with me. I hope you're still here. I hope you're enjoying yourself. But this is Color Me Hazel's first question. Create a movie plot of any genre involving a deep dish Chicago-style pizza starring the Juicy Gains. So, chat, we are going to Chicago. Double Toasted is going to Chicago. Chat, it's the premise of the movie. We've had many successes, chat. We've had many Chicago live shows, but now we're going to have the ultimate Chicago show, chat. It'll be 1,000+ venues, so many Toasty fans now. It's going to be great. But before we go to Chicago, we have one last show before we go. There's a Sunday service, and then that Monday is, later that middle of that week. Let's say Wednesday. Give us some, take some breathing room. We got to breathe, okay? And we got to go over there with the flights and everything. We have one last Sunday show. We're talking about Chicago, how great Chicago is. But then fucking Christopher Juicy Herman on his high horse says, Chicago has the worst pizza. And not even pizza, chat. That Chicago deep dish pizza is not even pizza, it's pizza soup. When I inevitably fall over onto my pizza after drinking all night in Chicago, chat, having some brewskis, having some beers, I don't want to then drown in it. In a medley of undercooked sauce, ice, and too much copious amounts of cheese, chat, which is unnecessary. I love cheese. I'm all about the cheese, but that's too much fucking cheese, okay? I want to drown in my pizza. So Chicago, fucking fix that shit when I get over there. And that ruffles a few feathers, chef. A lot of Chicago toasties. The Chris Ayerses, if you will. Any of the other various Chicagoans that are in the toasty community. If you're a Chicago toasty, raise your hand. If you're an Illinois toasty, raise your hand right now. All right? If you're a deep dish loving toasty, raise your hand right now. Let me know. Let's ruffle some feathers. Let's ruffle some feathers, chat. So, Killabish, you love the deep dish. You love the deep dish too. There's a Casfe. Chicago. Oh, we got a Chicago toasty in there right there. Well, I love our deep dish at the very least. Look at that, chat. So, we go over there. Show's been great. Everyone's having a fucking great time. We're all hanging out with the people. Oh, it's magical, chat. I mean, so many toasties, chat. And we all go back to our hotel rooms having so much fun. But then it's the next day. Corey, Martin, whoever else is with us, chat. You know, Billy, maybe Billy finally on there hit the row with us. Chad's, oh, great. We're all like, oh, going down, eating breakfast, having some coffee. But for whatever reason, Chris hasn't come down. Christopher Juicy Herman has not come down. What happened to him? And they'll go upstairs, Chad, and they see me. They see my naked body, my pale naked body, and my face. And my face down in a deep dish pizza, chat. I have drowned. They lift me up and I'm dead. I die because of all the inhaling all of the sauce, the undercooked sauce, chat. And the ice has stabbed my face because the sauce is always cold. It's never thoroughly cooked. And she's like, you ever seen that scene, The Stuff? You ever seen that scene, The Stuff, chat, where the guy vomits up like that one guy? It's like, that's what my fucking, it's like all coming out of me. And I die. Someone killed me. Someone killed me, chat. And the suspects, chat, are these Chicagoan toasties, these deep dish loving people. So the Chris Ayerses, chat, the Kaz phase, if you will, you know, the Killabishes, the Vanessas, all these people here. Maybe some other people just like, I don't know, that Chris, he's got a chip on his shoulder about deep dish, you know. Maybe I can place the blame. Maybe, you know, you get your Dark Slayers or your Newsy Duckies or your Kokies or when Koki coming over from Japan, you know. Your Naya Brownies, your pros, your Ducking Henrys, all these people are like, this might be the opportune moment to finally deal with Chris, to stop his besmirching of Chicago deep dish. And so you get all these people, Chad, you get them all in a room, and it's basically like it's a murder on the Orient Express. So like everyone has their reasons they want to kill Chris. Obviously, those Chicagoans want to kill me because I besmirched their disgusting pizza, you know. Everybody else, you know, Naya Brownies, you know, call me Hazel, they're there, and they're upset because I keep confusing them all the time. I never stop for years. I always do, and they just had a fucking up. They got a reason. They got a fucking reason, chat. You know, Newsy Ducky, always mad at me. Oh, very high suspect, always mad, always trying to cancel me, chat. You got all these people here, all these toasties, all these juicy gangsters. They all have a thing. Killbish, nice, but again, fan of deep dish pizza, probably wants me dead. And you get Corey, Martin, you get Billy. They're all trying to solve this mystery before they got to go home. You know, they're there for a couple more days. And they dig deeper and they dig deeper, Chad, into this mystery. And they find all these clues. And they realize, nom, 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 nom. And they realize, Chad, that it wasn't one person. It wasn't two people. It was all of you. All of you made me drown in the deep dish. Y'all were already there. But you were baked into the room itself, Chet. You were already there waiting for me. And you took your fucking time, each stuffing my head into the deep dish, Chet, until I inhaled it, holding me down, Chet, until I was done. All of you talking about the things that you dislike. That bothered you. I besmirched you, Chet. I besmirched you. And I drowned in undercooked sauce and globs of mozzarella. And the thing is, it's revealed, Chet. It's revealed. It's like, well, you're all going to go to jail. You're all responsible for this heinous murder, Chet. But even Corey and Martin, Billy, even they must say, they enjoy a good slice of Chicago deep dish. And so they let sleeping Juicy's lie. They let sleeping pale Juicy's inhaling of sauce lie. And they move on, chat, and I am gone. Corey organized it. Why naked, though? I don't know. Just add a little spice. Add a little variety to it. You want me to feel like, oh, God, scared. There's nothing more terrifying than being confronted by a whole bunch of people while naked. And so it's the fear factor. It's the fear factor, chat. So there you go. You guys are responsible for my murder. It was all of you. I Juicy died in deep dish juice. Undercooked sauce. Spoopy, right? He died as he lived. Besmirching deep dish pizza. There you go. Yeah, maybe come and do my Juicy OnlyFans. I was reading up on some stuff. I was like, this is pretty good. Hell yeah. So I hope you liked the plot. Hope you liked the plot. It was a murder mystery. It was a murder mystery involving me where I died, and you all did it. It was all you. It was everyone involved. So I'll say, Murder in the Orient Express. But now, chat, man, Vanny, you could have been there too. You like the deep dish? Probably killed me too. No, I did not. What do you mean? It was pretty good. Oh, a slice of Herman. I was gonna call it slice and diced, but I think a slice of Herman's pretty good, Vanny. So you would be involved too, man. You would be involved too. Yeah, there you go. Slice and dice. But now, chat, I'm on Economy Hazel's second question. Second question, chat. What is the scenario that made you have the most dramatic reaction? So I imagine what you mean by scenario. You mean like my my stories I come up with? Like my slice and dice, my slice of Herman story. I think it's like a couple ones. That's two, I think. Definitely my romantic action adventure film when I had you guys all be, when I accidentally cast all the minority juicy gangsters as drug dealers and the bad guys, and how you all died in like via bananas and coconuts. I was pretty exaggerated there, I'd say. That was high on the list. We've got some good laughs from that ever since then. Still bringing it up. That was a good one. Unintentionally casting all the minorities as drug dealers. That was a great bit. Thank you, Broadway Town. Another one was that's right, the banana stabbing. People were murdered via bananas and coconuts. Copious amounts, also crushed by rocks and shit. That was a big one. What? I don't know what you guys all are. I don't fucking know. And killed me after making me a sassy magical Negro. I did do that. That's true. I think you were like, you must have been absorbed into the jungle, Mr. Ayers, or you were crushed by like debris, I want to say. I think there was like electricity involved at one point. I think also bombs were involved at one point. A lot of people died. A lot of people died in exaggerated ways in that one. And also when I had my weird kind of like private island like slasher film where people were just fucking dying on the island and getting like someone was killing all them. And I was, was it where I made like a cult or something? And then I fucking referenced like Nia Brownie. You would be my court jester. Or like was it like I'm trying to remember. It was like either like it was that, and we would it was a survival story on an island, and everyone would have these certain roles, and how like Nia, you would just be dancing in the chaos, even though Nia has military training. And I was like, oh. So that was also a pretty big one. And you being the white savior. But have I made myself a white savior recently? No. I've taken the criticism. I hate you. There it is. God damn it, Chris. I remember that. You remember that? That was, I think those two are pretty big. Those two are probably my best ones, I'd say. Let's get him. No. Those are pretty funny. I would say those are some of my romantic action adventure and my island horror idea, or possibly post-apocalyptic one. I think maybe it was the zombie film, because I was like, Nia twerks in the chaos or something. And it's like, I have military training. And I was like, oh. Mm-hmm. He made me sing Mr. Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, I remember that one, Broadway. That's right. Stephanie's to death. That was great. Yeah, from Cats. There are so many weird fucking ideas I have, chat. Old Meets Castaway. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Old Meets Castaway. And Children of the Corn. Definitely Children of the Corn with a little bit of that, oh God, what the fuck is it? Lord of the Flies. Lord of the Flies in there, chat. Whew. So twerk while you die. I bet I know pizza lovers aren't supposed to talk about pizza, but I love that stuffed crust. I don't mind that stuffed crust is pretty good. I don't mind that. Turn me into Darth. That's right. I did turn Vanny into Darth fucking Vader in my Star Wars movie. I made Vanny Darth Vader, like an evil space wizard, and I made all of his followers, all of his subscribers, the Red Mages, if you will, stormtroopers. I did do that. Show, thank you for the 50 bitties. Welcome, show. Had to turn off my alerts because I've been getting follow botted. We had a bot who's doing all these fake follows. So sorry that I couldn't have the music on there, but thank you. I saw that show. Thank you for the 50 bitties. Appreciate that. Really do appreciate that. I'm sorry. But I did that. That was pretty fun. All right, tell Chris, we need to buy you a composition notebook for all these. I know they're good. I love to see like animated versions of these. That's when I know, like, if I could see like animated versions of these ideas and like put them on YouTube. Oh my God, that'd be so much fun. Someday, Chet, if I get big enough where I can like hire an editor to just like basically just do what the story was. I'll be like, hell yeah. That'd be fucking great. That'd be amazing, Chet. Someday, my friends. And none of these some of them are kind of original. I mean, I made them up, but they're inspired. Everyone steals and borrows from something. You also made all the minorities cooks on your ship. What? When did I do that? I don't remember that one. But I'll take your word for it. I probably did that by accident. Christian, take your voiceover and animate like Ricky Gervais, exactly. That's how I would do it. I would keep it very simple. Simple animation, but definitely. Ricky Gervais show is hilarious. Love that. You know, I'm Mexican. I eat more Italian than Mexican. Italian food's good. Mexican food's pretty good. Tex-Mex is pretty good. A lot of good food. Oh. But now, chat. But now, we'll move on to Carmi Hazel's next question. Hope you liked your answer so far, Carmi Hazel. Thank you so much for being a recognized subscriber. I do appreciate it. Who was your childhood crush? Could be an animated or real person crush. I have both. Here. So I would say like my first live action. I'm hungry. Now I'm hungry too. I think like my first like live action crush was Topanga from Boy Meets World. Topanga was like, especially like when they got into like the high school era and college era. Oh my God. Because I mean, because I'm watching this. I was in middle school and shit. I was very young. No, even younger than that. I was like in grade school. And she's like, awkward girl and, fucking Corey's awkward boy and shit. But it's like when she was always the weird, she was the weird girl. But then when we got like to high school Topanga and then college, it was like, holy shit. Oh my God. Alyssa Milano. Is that her? Actually, Alyssa Milano? I was like, wow. Wow, we would chat. Yeah, and she's still gorgeous. When she did Girl Meets World, I was like, oh my God, you're still beautiful. Topanga was a big one for me. And she got thick, chat. She got thick. She, I remember. I noticed. I think Topanga was like one of those where I like got my appreciation for curves. Definitely. I would say that had a big impact on my psyche. And I remember like they have an episode where she was like, am I getting fat? And it's like, I was like, oh my God, the body shaming. Like that's some of the stuff that hasn't aged well about Boy Meets World. That's one of the few things. But when, they had a whole episode where she thought she was fat, but she was pregnant or something. I forget what it was. But I was like, come on, she's beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. Still is a beautiful woman, chat. So, yes. Love Topanga. Absolutely gorgeous, chat. And animation. There's still ones I like. Jessica Rabbit from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, chat. People thought she was pregnant. Is that what it was? Oh, on the show or in real life? Because I know that was like the premise of one of the episodes. It was revealed that she was pregnant. That was like towards the end of the season, I want to say. The series. Or people like saying the show. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, that's right. Nah, she's just thick and fine as hell, chat. Hell yeah. But no, in terms of animation, Jessica Rabbit. There's a theme, chat. There's a theme going on if you haven't noticed. Jessica Rabbit, for obvious reasons, chat. She was the most iconic, sexiest animated characters of all time. I'm not bad. I'm just born. Oh, no, I'm not bad. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn this way. It's like, hell yeah, girl. That opening fucking song and dance number when she's on stage is like, oh. Bob Hoskins says, oh, everyone's lusting, the cartoons and the live action people. Definitely. Esmeralda. No, Esmeralda. I have Esmeralda up here, and I don't like Hunchback of Notre Dame, but she's great. Esmeralda is beautiful looking. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. Again, very curvy. All white, curvy one. Is Esmeralda white, Carmi Hazel? Is she white? No. She's not. So Esmeralda's definitely up there for me. I don't even like that movie, but I was like, I like her. I like the way she looks. She liked the way Quasimodo looked, though. She's like, yeah, I'm good. Just as friends. That's what bothered me about that film is like, it's about finding love and being appreciated. But still not going to get the beautiful girl to fall in love with the ugly guy. I was like, that's kind of shitty. Because I had a big Kelly from 902. See, I never watched 90210, so I'm not really familiar with his characters. Shigo. Yeah, I know a lot of people. That was past the point when I was like, all right, but a lot of people I know like had a crush on Kim Possible and definitely Shigo. That was a big thing. That's when I was already kind of like, I'm more into real girls now, but I shouldn't say that because I have a few more coming up. But Meg from Hercules is another one. Just speaking of Disney Renaissance era movies, definitely Esmeralda from The Hunchback of Notre Dame, but I love Meg from Hercules, and not just because she has those curves, she has those hips and everything, and that bust. But I just really was attracted to her voice and her attitude. It's like, hey, Wonder Boy, how you doing? Just like her cadence. I really liked, she had that kind of like husky voice. and I found that really attractive. I was like, there's something about the way she talks. Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, obviously I like her dimensions, but the voice acting for her was very good. I just love the way she delivered her lines. There's something about it. There's something about it that really appealed to me, and it was that she has that sarcasm and she has that really dry sense of humor that I find super attractive. I was like, oh my god, I'm all about that. And the fucking Hercules is I'm tripping over his words and stuff, tripping over his thick tongue. Yeah. What that voice do a lot. There's something about that. There's just something her line delivery I found very attractive, and I took note of that as a kid. I was like, I like her. I like her a lot. What else you guys saying? Emma Stone was a big one for me, especially. Oh yeah, she's beautiful in Zombieland. I would say Jessica Rabbit as well in Roger. I was Meg from Hercules back when I was a kid. Yeah, that's a big one for me. And people, who was the other thing that was mentioned? Esmeralda is white. She's very tan. Then she's very tan. I saw someone else mention when I was like, I could agree if I'm trying to find it. I don't see it. Quasimodo is me right now. Oh, Newsy Ducky, no. No. Come on. Those animators knew what they were doing. Oh, they all did. No, listen. Animators are fucking horny. I know what's going on. Those Disney Renaissance era, you can see the changes that went on. Like if you look at and just in general in animation, if you look at Disney Renaissance era women, a lot of them had curves. A lot of them had like pronounced bosoms. There's no doubt about this. I mean, look at Jasmine. Look at Esmeralda. Look at Meg. You know. I mean, some of the other central female characters, they were covered up, but you look in the background, the supporting characters, like, I see what you're doing. And look at Warner Brothers animation. Look at DC, especially DC animated, the Bruce Timm style, where the men, very broad-shouldered, that was kind of their thing, like Superman and Batman, etc. But you look at all the female characters, curvy as all hell. And I watched this, and I was like, oh, I see what happened, because I think at an early age, I'm not a psychiatrist, I'm not a psychologist, but I think that we're very impressionable at early ages, and what we're exposed to at an early age has like an effect on us mentally and into the future. And I think like certain things that I gravitated towards, like an animation. I grew up in that Renaissance era. I grew up in that Bruce Timm era. I was like, oh, that's why I have the attraction to these things. I think that's what it is. Because Bruce Timm draws all of his women very curvy. You know, all of his animators did. They has that very specific design. I was like, oh, that's why. I think that's what it is. Yeah, Big Barda. And all these characters. Look at his designs. I want to find that clip where Quasimodo watched her kiss that guy. Talk about dramatic reaction. Oh yeah, Bruce Timm's animation was so good back in the day. That was very good. The way he drew women was fantastic. Yeah, sexy. Tim likes them thick. Yes, he does. We were watching. I don't know if Osnick's still here, but Osnick, Deadpool, and M. Xavier. We were watching Batman Beyond, and there is a silhouette shot of a character. It's like, oh my god, of a female character. It's like, Jesus Christ. When you see it, you know exactly what they were all about. They're horny. And then shit in this generation, Pixar likes big asses. I'm sorry, but that's a fucking fact. Like, all the mom characters all got big butts. And I'm like, huh. A lot of the female characters have big butts. You know, I know, they have wide, women naturally have wider hips for childbearing and things. But it's like, Elastigirl, I have to put it on here, Chad. Yes, I have all these other characters. Topanga from Boy Meets World, Jessica Rabbit, Meg from Hercules, Esmeralda from Hunchback of Notre Dame. Last one, I'm still like, she's hot as hell. Mrs. Incredible, Chad Elastigirl from the Incredibles movies. My God. And Holly Hunter's voice mixed with that, just with the character itself, hot. Very attractive, chat. I still want to smash. Of course we do. We all do. And then, you have a literal scene. I can just imagine children. I guess I was a kid when I watched them in 2004. I was still impressionable, but especially little kids who watch that scene in The Incredibles. Even fucking Brad Bird, you horny fuck. I know what you're doing when you have that scene where she literally looks at her ass in the mirror and goes, and then she uses her thick thighs, chat, and hips and butt to literally battle some henchmen. It's like, yeah, that had an impact on people. That had an impact on impressionable boys and girls. I know what's going on here. What's this, Comiso? Oh, you found a clip? Oh, is this where fucking Quasimodo freaks out? We'll watch this. Esmeralda and his name is Phoebus? It's fucking Phoebius. We'll watch this. Hopefully not get hit by copyright from Disney. All right, I remember saying I felt bad for him, but wow. Okay, you need to leave. He is literally less than 5 feet away from them. Okay, that's pretty funny. I gotta review that movie. It's been a long time since I've seen it. It's been a very long time. I saw it in the theater, and maybe I saw it on TV like in the late '90s, but or early 2000s. But goddamn, cucked. I never used that word, but I never used the word cucked, but he got cucked. This is the one case I'm like, yeah, he got cucked. God damn. You're just for the ultimate insult. Yeah, it's right in front of him. He's just crying the whole time. Oh, my Lord. That was funny. Thank you, Carmen Hazel. That made my night. That really made my night. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's the one time I'll use a chat. He was a cuck. Oh, fuck. I don't know what we're talking about again. I have no idea. Oh, yeah, the characters I'm attracted to or I have crushes on. Yep, you got him. You know what I are, you know what I'm about. I've always been very honest about that. You know what I'm attracted to. Oh, my Lord. Bad boy, I've said many times in this chat already. Or not, Rex is one of my man crushes. He's powerful. He's wise. He's got a lot of years on him. I can see that, man. I can see that. I would not be the thick squish. Yeah, that. Yep. Naya knows. What about current crushes? Squish 2. Squish 2. That was our current. What are you talking about? Here's the big reveal. I still have crushes on all these people. Oh, it hasn't changed. It's still the same. No doubt about that. Yeah. I was like, yeah, that was it. Yes, you should. I should, exactly. Thank you, Gilbish. I mean, like other ones, like other people. Kat Dennings. Kat Dennings is high on that list. I think she's a gorgeous woman. Jesus. I've always liked Jennifer Lawrence a lot. Jennifer Lawrence, super cute, super sexy. She aight. I call her she aight. Oh yeah, catch these guys. Right, Kilbish? Right? She's so sexy. Dan Stevens. Dan Stevens is high on that list. Dan Stevens, Chris Evans. Pretty cute, pretty sexy. Meets Chris and his fantasies of being cut. Not my fantasies. Oh, Chris Harris, Elizabeth Olsen, Karen Gillan, Thomas McKenzie, Caitlin Deaver. I like Jennifer Lawrence. I like J-Law. Jennifer Lawrence personally can be sexy and funny. Exactly. She's just a good. She's a dingus. She's a big dork, and I people said that's fake, but I'm like, I don't know. That seems pretty authentic. I like that she's just kind of a dingus, dork. I was like, that's super cute to me. Like again, it's not just really, Chad. It's not, yes, I have my attractions, obviously initially when we see someone and we want to talk to them, it's that initial physical attraction. That's there. Of course it is. But to really be engaged in a relationship, to be with someone, it has to be more than just physical attraction. It has to be personality. It has to be common interests. I think that plays a even more of a bigger role than, and later on. Has to be later on. Because then after that, because, things fade. And you want to be with someone who you trust and you have these shared things and you feel good. So yeah, personality. It's like, I know it's like, she has a great personality. It's like, you has to have a great personality. Partner definitely has to have that. Have to have shared interests. Like this woman, this girl I've been speaking to recently, Squish 2. We have that. I think she's gorgeous. Absolutely, she's beautiful. Absolutely physically attracted, but it's also personality. She's a big fucking dork like me. And she's, what? What? Is Squish 2 thick? Hell yeah. Yup. Thank you, Vanny. Thank you. Chris, show us your Instagram now. She doesn't have one. He doesn't have one. She's big, all right. What's that mean? Acceptable. Yeah. Yeah, no, but she's a big dork. We were talking about Ratchet and Clank the other day. She's talking about all these movies that she likes and stuff and sci-fi films and yeah, it's just fantasy movies and it's been great. You reserve the thickness, Chris. Thank you. Big dork girls rock, right? And so yeah, it's been great. Been great talking to her. And so yeah, I mean that because physical attraction only goes so far, chat. Like seriously, you need those other things to be in a relationship, and a healthy one that's good for both of you. So yeah, Haley Steinfeld. Haley Steinfeld's like one of those girls that I'm like, yeah, like I don't know. I don't know what she's like, but some of the characters that she plays, I think, are like really cool. Like in that new Hawkeye trailer, which I really enjoyed. I like that she's kind of a dingus, kind of like much like Hawkeye is. That she's really talented, she's a great archer, but she fucking falls over and shit. I think that's funny. That's charming to me. And that's attractive. That's a big thing. My biggest crush is Nia Brownie. She's pretty great. Nia Brownie. Well, of course. I said it was great, and Andrew says, yeah. Florence Pugh. Oh yeah, Florence Pugh is like one of those people. Yeah, I mean, she was my favorite thing about Black Widow. Found her very attractive in the movie. I liked her. Again, it was, she's gorgeous looking, no doubt, in that movie. But it was that sarcasm, that dry wit that I found super, super attractive. Yeah. See, Chloe Grace Moretz, I see that more often, and I realize that I'm getting older, that I'm older than a lot of people I talk to. Because Chloe Grace Moretz, I still think of Hit Girl as a little kid, and I'm like, no, wait, bring up her. I know she's an adult woman now, Chad. I know she's in her 20s, but I'm just like, I've always just viewed her as that girl I saw in Kick-Ass years ago as a little kid. I'm just like, it's weird. She's an adult. I'm just like, I was like, wait, what are you talking about? She's a fucking little kid. But it's like, oh no, she's not. She played a mom in that one movie, which I thought was good for at least half of the film. Then it got bad. That what the fuck was it? The Gremlins movie. It was a Horror in the Sky. You know what I'm talking about? It came out like in January of this year. And she's like playing a mom and shit. I was like, oh wow, well, big reveal. Sorry, spoiler. You haven't seen that movie. Shadow in the Clouds, which I liked. I liked the first half of that film, and the next half I was like, I don't like this. I was like, oh my god, it's crazy. Yeah, I just Chloe Grace Moretz is like, again, I mean, listen, you're at the age where, of course, you're probably the same age as her. It makes complete sense, or if probably younger. But yeah, for me, like there's some actresses or well-known female people that I remember seeing them when they were like little. And I'm older than them, and so I always think of them that way. I'm always like, you get weirded out, I'm just speaking for myself. Hi, same. I remember the first I saw her in Big Mama's House too, and she was, what? And I was 12. Whoa, God, yeah. So, yeah, okay, I'll give you that. Seeing her with a baby's never not gonna be good. It's like, oh shit, that's crazy. So, you just realize I'm not young anymore. It's okay. It's okay. But Joey King, I'm not feeling Joey King. It's like crushing your little sister. It's just like, I mean, I'm not physically like I am Chloe Grace Moretz. I have no attraction to her whatsoever. I'm not physically attracted. It's weird because I see her in certain movies. What was that fucking movie that she did? Where I remember now. I remember the first time I felt like really fucking weird. Like watching a very sexualized scene of Chloe Grace Moretz. Did she do that Tim Burton movie, Dark Shadows? Was she in that film? That was her, right? And she plays this very sexually promiscuous daughter. And there's where she's like moving around and shit. And I'm like, I don't like this at all. Like, it really kind of disturbed me. And I know that when she did the movie, I imagine she was like late teens. I don't fucking know. Late teens, I guess. But I was like, yeah, I don't. I was like, what the fuck? I hated that movie. I walked out of the theater. I was like, fuck this. I'm done. I did not. It wasn't even that scene. It was just like, I'm done. There's only one scene in the movie that I thought was funny is when Johnny Depp killed all those hippies. And it's like, well, I got to kill you all now, which I thought was funny. She was 15? Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's not right. Okay, so that was another reason why I didn't like that scene, because I naturally was just like, she was underage. That was fucking weird. That was really weird watching that scene in the movie. And I think it was that scene that just kind of made me like, I don't view Chloe Grace Moretz in like as sexually at all, attractive at all. Again, not that she's not a beautiful woman, not that she's not pretty, but she is. But I have no feelings, quote unquote. I have nothing where it's like, yep, you exist. You exist, you know? That is fucking weird and gross that Tim Burton made her do that. At 15, I would not feel comfortable with that. I would have a problem. I would be like, excuse me, what the fuck is this? What the hell is going on here? That's weird. She told a really fucked up story one time about doing The Equalizer and some producer threatening to fire her for the movie if she did not do something really sleazy. Oh, God. After Fuqua stepped in and put an end to that. Wow. Good. Crazy. Jesus. I know how we got on this topic, chat. Yeah, but just this is interesting. Like, there are just certain actresses that I'm just, you know, and I think it's the same thing with Haley Steinfeld, where I don't, because I remember seeing. I mean, how old is she? But even now, I'm like, I don't. It's not like an attraction thing with her. She's probably my age. How old is she? She's 24. I mean, yeah, you know. It's crazy. Squish Squish 2 is 24. But yeah, I don't know. I guess when you see certain people, Jesus fucking Christ, some of these pictures I'm just looking at now, my God. I mean, yeah, she's a beautiful woman. But I don't know. It's like when I saw her in Hawkeye, she's cute, but she's like, I don't. It's not like a sexual attraction kind of thing with her. I mean, she's a beautiful woman. There's no doubt about it. I'm looking at these pictures right now. She's beautiful, but it's just really, I find her charming. Like when I saw that Hawkeye trailer, I like that, you know. She seems to have a good rapport with Jeremy Renner, and I like that she's falling down and like, geez, like that to me is cute, but it's like it's not in like a sexual way, you know. Squish is 24, yes. She is 24 years old. So yeah, it's just interesting that we kind of spun off from that. But I do realize I'm getting older because of certain people, how like, oh, this person's attractive. I'm like, that person is a 12-year-old. And like, oh, they're 20 years old. It's like, oh. Kristen Haley's music videos, some girls, you will see her as a sexy librarian and your tune will change. Yeah. I loved her Bubble. Yeah, she was church. Yeah, the whole movie I was like, can I please hang out with her? She's like cool. Like that's my thing about, she was like cool. She was like a adorable dork in that movie, you know. And I kind of see that again with her in Hawkeye. Like, it's not a physical attraction. It's just like, you just seem like a really cool person. You know, you seem like a really cool just to hang out with. Like, I like you. That kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, Haley Steinfeld was cute, but young enough to be my daughter. Yeah, I mean, that's the case for somebody who's like, oh, shit. You know, it's weird. I don't know. I just like kind of bringing that up. It was a good... I don't know how we got on that tangent, but it's a good one. I think because I have these like, I don't know. What are you doing? What's all this? That looks like a baby to me. Tom Holland, I don't know what Tom Holland is. He was perfectly cast as Spider-Man because he still fucking looks like a child. Like, he's like 20. How old is Tom Holland? He's in like 26. He's so young. Divine Miss Klein, thank you for the 3 gifted subs back to back to pack. To Hard Harry 72, Oliver Strange, and Fern. Thank you, Divine Miss Klein. Hope you're liking this conversation. Appreciate that. Thank you. Wow. Zazie Beetz is super sexy. Zazie Beetz is very attractive. Yeah, Zazie Beetz. Oh, yeah. I really like Zazie Beetz. Naomi Scott, very attractive. Definitely. Thank you, Divine Miss Klein. I thought he is as old as Squish Squish. Who's as old as Squish Squish? Squish Squish 2? Maybe he is top. Maybe he is 24. That sounds about right. 25. I was right. He's 25 years old. Jesus. I've seen some of these pictures of Tom Holland. My God. The shape he's in. Nuts. Again, I'm like, he can still pass as a teenager. But I see him now in some of these other clothes and stuff, and you put him in glasses, definitely ages him. But he looks very, Jesus Christ. Some of these pictures of him. Yeah, he just has those very youthful looks. I don't know what Disney and Sony are feeding him or not feeding him, but my God. Very interesting. Just seeing what else you guys are saying. The Swedish girl, the blonde girl in Euphoria, with the big boobs looks hella Swedish in the face. I never seen Euphoria. Is that Zendaya's show? Which she got a lot of praise for that. I never saw it. I haven't seen it, but I want to. Yes. Thank you, Zed Flybase. How the fuck am I a year younger than Tom Holland now? Yet I look several years older than him. Yeah. Well, I mean, they got him on that. They got him on that Hollywood diet. They got him. They're feeding him or not feeding him something. They got that nutritionist. I mean, that's the thing. Like, people always try to strive to be looking like these celebrities, but you got to understand, like, they literally are like living a certain lifestyle that is extraordinarily difficult for us to attain. Extraordinarily difficult for us to attain, Chad. Yeah. Emily Bett Rickards on the show Arrow was great. She seems cool, sweet, all enough. Late 20s. Hearing her in interviews, she's a very cute person. I thought the year she plays Felicity on the show. Oh, yeah. Natalie Manuel. Yeah, she's cute. Yeah. Soaked him in Greek yogurt to keep him young. They did something to him. They fucking did something. Lost Miracle, thank you so much. Very dark. Oh, very dark show. Oh, we're getting some interesting topics in it. I love it. But I think we're on to Courtney Hazel's final question. I think this is her final question. Let me make sure it is. Let me see. Yes, I believe it is. As far as I know. Unless you sent something else in, Courtney Hazel. But what is the worst work shift to work? She lists several examples. 7 a.m. to 3 p.m., 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., 3 p.m. to 11 p.m., 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Why? I've worked a 9 to 5, really 8 to 5 job before, where I had to get up early in the morning. But I feel like I haven't experienced these kinds of jobs, but I feel like a 3 to 11, 11 to 7 a.m. kind of thing is very difficult because, one, your sleeping schedule is so different. And I think it might be difficult. I mean, people do this. People live this way, and then it works for them. But I'm just going by what I think. I haven't actually experienced this, but I'm making assumptions, Chad, where it probably be harder. I think it would be harder because of your free time we're able to do during the day. I think it might be harder, like maybe on a relationship, like having those really odd hours, or like raising a family. Now, I know, again, some people, they like those things and they've made it work for them, but I don't know. For me, it was something that's an experience like those late night shifts working, because I've had like a day job. I've had a 9 to 5. I had an 8 to 5 job. Like, that's what I've had. But those other ones, it's just kind of like, yeah, it's crazy to me. I feel like for me, I can only speak for myself. I feel it could be more difficult for me to do that and to maintain that. I don't think I'd be happy. I don't think I'd be mentally or physically or emotionally happy working those kind of jobs where I work in the afternoon all the way into the late evening, early morning. I was like, no, I don't think I'd be happy. So that's just myself. Party in the graveyard shift. That's just going. Isaac, good to see you. I'm at 11 to 7:30. It sucks. That's why I'm really on here. There you go. Well, I like myself. You can like yourself, Swedish girl. That's fine. 4 a.m., 10 a.m., or sometimes 12 a.m. is pretty bad. Oh, God. See that? All that stuff. Oh, my God. Or 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. Jesus. 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. is the worst. Ask me why. Why is it, Call Me Hazel? I feel like, is it because of the things I mentioned? That just sounds, I just feel like my sleeping schedule would be completely thrown out of whack. I wouldn't be able to do certain things. That's why I'm very lucky for what I get to do. I guess I kind of have that schedule, though, because I do my streams in the evening. But again, what I'm doing is I mean, I enjoy it. I really enjoy it. I mean, it's work. It's hard. I talk this way and to do this for so long, but there's work that goes into it. But I mean, be on your feet all day and doing all these things, and definitely doing like a job you don't like, you really dislike, takes a lot out of you. But why, Come Hayes? I'm curious. Yeah. Casify, I had to work 2 to 11 before they'll rob me of my whole day. See, that's the thing. It robs you of your day. You don't see the sunlight. Hey, my life doing 5 to 11 on and off, and it was torture. That sounds right. I want to ask. I think Call Me Hazel's typing. I'm gonna give her a moment, but yeah, that's kind of I thought. Like, I don't think I could. I mean, if I ever had to go do a 5 to 9 again, it's like okay, but like 3 to 11, 11 to 7 a.m., 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. No, I can't do that. No, I ain't sacrificing like my family life or a relationship life. It'd be for me, it'd be very difficult. Some people, a man should do it. Hey, fucking more power to you. You got to figure it out. I wouldn't. I don't think I would. I think I can do it. Notice I think I only have that shift for another month, and Harvest's done good. He's Ducky. Me as a teacher right now. Sleep. What do you sleep? Oh, I'm sorry. Everyone below the line in Hollywood is about to strike because of the garbage hours. Oh, really? Is that what's happening, Vanessa? Interesting. 4 in the morning? Fuck. I can't do that anymore. Can't do it. Can't do it. Won't. That's 2 hours. Can't do it. Won't do it, chat. Jesus. I'm interested for Carmen Hazel's answer. Yeah, but yeah, that's all the questions for now. That is the last question, Carmen Hazel. Thank you. I'm going to wait for your answer if you are indeed typing up because I want to read it. But yeah, I think 6 to 2 is a sweet spot because you get early. That's true. Do whatever you want. That's not bad. You got to get up early. You got to go to bed early probably. Get your sleep. Yeah, I would take 6 to 2 over those other ones. Like 9 to 6 is oof. Yeah. When I had my 8 to 5 job, chat, made the streams made it this difficult. And I was breaking. I was at my wit's end because you don't have enough time to make any plans, so you can't do anything. When you're going to work, when you going to work, there is traffic. When you get there, everyone is leaving, and it sucks to see everyone leave. And when you are looking outside, it's like the day is wasting away. Yeah, no, good point. Yeah, you don't see the sunlight. By the way, you missed a question. I'm sorry. I did. I did miss a question. You're right. This is not the final question, chat. My apologies, Carmen Hazel. You're right. I realize I missed it. I see it right there. But it's an interesting question, though. I like it. That's a good one. But, chat, I missed Carmen Hazel's penultimate question. Or second last question. Here it is, chat. Who are 4 non-Marvel characters that you think could lift Thor's hammer? I picked more than get a 4 Thor. I see what you did there, Carmen Hazel. Thor, chat. 4 non-Marvel characters that you think could lift Thor's hammer. Mjolnir, as it's called. Typically you always gravitate towards okay, well, let's go non-Marvel, so you think DC, right? And so 2 people I thought from DC, I think they could probably do it. Superman, Clark Kent, not murderer, sociopath, I'm mopey and miserable, Zack Snyder Superman, no, proper Superman animated series, comic book Superman. Definitely that. Fucking Christopher Reeve Superman, that version, yes. Superman, yes, no doubt. I also think the Martian Manhunter John Jones. I think he could do it. I think of from the Just League animated series, he's kind of the heart of the team. He's what really brings them together. And that's always looked at he's lost so much and it's broken him, but it's also made him stronger. Of his family on Mars. And I think I think he'd be one that would be able to wield Mjolnir. So for 2 DC characters, definitely Superman and definitely John Jones for me. Outside of that and some other properties, chat, I gravitate towards Lord of the Rings, I guess, because there's a lot of altruistic characters in that movie. And I feel like Frodo and Sam, the Hobbits, Frodo and Sam could carry the Mjolnir because it's much like carrying the ring. I feel like obviously they could do it. I wouldn't say Bilbo because he's the greatest hobbit of them all. He's the greatest hobbit of them all. He's been corrupted though by the ring, sadly. He's become addicted to it. So that's why I say Frodo and Sam. Gandalf, I think, could do it. I think Gandalf can do it. And definitely Aragorn, chat. Definitely Aragorn. He represents what the best of man, what the best of humanity could be. So definitely Aragorn. Video game characters, Commander Paragon, Commander Shepard, no fucking doubt about it, chat. Mr. Rogers, that fucking Mr. Hell yeah, oh yeah, I mean, classically could do it, classically. I didn't even bring them up because that's an obvious one. But you're right, Mr. Rogers, no doubt. Paragon, Commander Shepard, chat, and then Luke Skywalker. Return of the Jedi, Luke Skywalker. And I told you the moment when he'd be able to lift up Thor's hammer, chat, the moment, chat, when Darth Vader's on the ground, Palpatine telling him to do it. Kill your father and take his place at my side. And Luke's like, no, never. I am a Jedi like my father before me. Picks up Mjolnir, chat. He could do it right. That's when he earned it. That in that moment right there. Return of the Jedi. Fuck you. I'm a Jedi like my father before me. Mjolnir wielding time. Luke could do it. Steve from Blue's Clues can definitely lift the hammer. I agree. Definitely agree. Bob Ross, sure. I'll do it. Yes, I think George Lucas Batman, Probably not. Well, almost every DC hero could or has reason to wield the Mjolnir. But if a story had to be written, they would make Batman the chosen. I don't think Batman could do it. I think he has too much internal conflict. I think he has. I mean, he's crazy. I think that's part of it. But I think he has too much internal conflict and baggage and self-doubt to a degree. Like he has certain, like he is like, this is my fucking way or the highway. But there is that profound brokenness in him that I don't think would allow him to wield it. I feel like Superman would be the guy. Definitely Bully Maguire, of course. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. But I wouldn't even say Spider-Man. I don't think he's Spider-Man. Adam West Batman, yes. I would say Adam West Batman could lift, if I had to pick a Batman, one Batman, Adam West, I think would do it. Yeah, I wouldn't pick Kevin Conroy Batman. It's like, no, fuck that. Guy's broken more than any of the other ones. No, definitely Adam West Batman. I believe that. Chris can lift Thor Hammer? Probably not. Probably not. I try my best, though. Oh. As much as I love Batman, No Joke Batman is my dude. I gotta agree with you. Yeah, it's just, I just think he's too broken. Not that he's not a great character. I love Batman, but it's just there's something in him where I don't think he would be able to do it. Where Superman, I think this is the big thing. Superman oftentimes always looks for the good in people, even when it's hard. He tries, and he's the kind of guy that will always put his hand on your hand on shoulder, it's going to be okay. Batman has those moments, but it's only in very specific circumstances. And I think most of the time Batman often sees the worst in people. And it's because of their upbringing, because of what they went through. That's what makes them different and also what makes them great. But Superman, I think, is just he's an emotionally, I think, more mature and happier person as opposed to Bruce Wayne Batman. And again, that's not saying Batman that makes Batman bad. It's like, no, that makes them so interesting and different from each other that you want that. You don't want everyone to be the same. But I think those certain things is what would prevent Batman from picking up the hammer because of what he's gone through and how he perceives certain things. I wish I had Mr. Rogers growing up. I watched Mr. Rogers growing up. It was great. It was a great show. Loved it. Loved PBS, man. Oh. Nightwing, you think Dick could do it? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if Dick. I don't know if any of the Robins could. They didn't come to mind for me. I tried to think of people that I'm like, okay, they can do it. I think this person can do it. But anyway, well, of course. Thomas Trey would do it, of course. Just put it down on him. He'd be like, all right, I got it. Yeah. I could see that. Leonardo or Splinter. See, I don't know enough about the Ninja Turtles to say. I can't say. Yeah. People have been saying Bob Ross. Fine, Bob Ross. Did you hear that Batman theory where Bruce Wayne is an inmate at Arkham? I think there was a comic book about that. Wasn't there a comic that Batman's like really, Bruce is crazy and this is all fucking facade and it's part of his therapy? I don't know if it was, I didn't know the theory or anything, but I mean, I think that's been explored before. Dragon Tales. Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Those are at least a couple off my head, chat. So yeah, Superman, Jon Jones, Frodo, Sam, Gandalf, Aragorn, Commander Shepard, Luke Skywalker, Paragon Commander Shepard, that is. I think they'd be able to do it. Yeah. I can't think of any other characters. Some people have said Wonder Woman. I don't know. I guess Wonder Woman. I suppose. There are female characters that can do it. Because I do have all male characters here, so let's think female. I get Arwen. I think Arwen, excuse me. I think Arwen from Lord of the Rings could do it. Aragorn's wife-to-be, lover. I think she could do it. Yeah, I think Arwen could do it from Lord of the Rings. I would not be surprised by that. What Disney character would be able to? Ooh. Oh, that's a good one. Disney character. Jesus. Huh. Goofy. Yeah. I think Goofy could probably do it. Goofy from the Goofy movie? Fuck yeah, he could do it. Oh yeah, Belle. You're right, Darkslayer. You're right. Belle from Beauty and the Beast would. Yes, you're correct. Belle from Beauty and the Beast would be able to wield Mjolnir. I agree. That is correct. Pocahontas probably. I just don't like that movie, but probably. But yeah, I agree. Belle from Beauty and the Beast could definitely do it. There's no question about that. Peggy Carter. Yeah. Yeah, I'd say so. I can see Peggy Carter. Yeah, I go with that. Now, also, she'd let it go. Let it go. Lilo? Nah, fuck Lilo. Nani, you know who could fucking wield Mjolnir? Nani. Nani could fucking wield Mjolnir from Lilo and Stitch because Lilo puts her through so much shit in that movie, in that animated series. No, don't fucking know what you're talking about. Fuck Nani. No, fuck Lilo. That little, I'm like, man, listen, I think there was someone asked me a question in a previous class, like last cast. Is there like a character or something, like a Disney anime character that you were like, they just smack them? I'm be like, listen, I don't condone child violence or anything, but I'm like, for Lilo, I'm sorry, but I'm just, you gotta be fucking kidding me. That fucking kid does to Nani. She's trying to raise her, trying to get a job. Nani is absolutely deserves to wield Mjolnir. No, that is my question. That was your question, Glenn Hazel. It was, yeah, it was yours. It was yours. Like, that with Lilo. I was like, fuck, get out of here. Just fucking weird and making Nani just wants to, like, poor, what's his name? Tom? What's the boyfriend's name? Who clearly wants to fuck her so bad in that movie. He's like, oh my God, he's working so hard to do it. But Lilo and Stitch are just making his life miserable. And he's clearly a good person for Nani. It's what she needs in her life. And I'm like, God damn it. Constantly cock blocks him the whole time. But he's not just like, I just want to fuck her. No, he like legitimately likes her and wants to be a good man to her. And that just kills me. Like, well, I was like, oh my God. No. I'm a little sister, okay? That's fine. But I hope you're not as bad as Lilo. Roz from Mouser's Inc. and lifted. Always watching, Wazowski. Always watching. I agree. Roz could definitely do it. That's a good one. Chris approves. Chris Forrest Gump. Truman Show. And Larry David. I don't know. Larry David could definitely not wield Mjolnir. No. Listen, I love Larry David. Those miserable fucking characters. But no. I could not see Larry David do it. He'd be the opposite. He's like the opposite of someone who could wield Mjolnir. I don't know. Oh. He couldn't even look at it. He couldn't even acknowledge his existence. Chris is the Lilo to my Nani. Whoa! This is a big George Costanza from side. No, he could not. Which I think is like, even Larry David said George Costanza is like a super exaggerated version of himself, which I can see. And even looks similar. George Costanza, definitely not. John Locke from Lost. Fair enough. Yeah, Larry David's too damn curious. Like, why do I have to lift this? I don't want to lift this. Why was the point of lifting? When I lift it and it's like, all right, I have it. What do I do with it now? I don't fly. I don't shoot electricity. What is this? There's no villains. There's no villainy. I'm not gonna go to the Middle East. I'm not gonna go to the Middle East and fight the Taliban, the Mujahideen. What am I doing? What, this is an inconvenience for me. I don't want to lift this. This is an inconvenience. I don't even want it. I want you to take it back. I want you to take it back from me. It's like, what are you talking about? I don't want it. I don't want to lift it. And it's like, that's what it would be. Him being upset that he can lift it. That's what it would be, chat. Mothra could lift it. I think, yeah, Mothra can definitely do it. Yeah, she lifted. Danny DeVito for sure. Well, Danny DeVito as like the real Danny DeVito, yes. Danny DeVito himself could lift that shit. Like Frank Reynolds, hell fucking no. None of the people in Sunny can lift that fucking thing. No one somehow could lift it. No, not fucking Jerry, not Kramer, not Elaine, George, Newman, Soup Nazi. None of them could. Because they're all fucking pieces of shit. Mothra could lift it, though. Roger Rabbit. Yeah, I can see him lifting it. Because even when he gets mad at, like, his wife over the whole thing, it's not like, I'm going to go over the kill, what's his name? Acme. But it's to write his wife a love letter. And I think that's really cute. You know, I love that. Yeah, he could lift it. Elastigirl? Fuck yeah, Elastigirl can lift that shit. Hell yeah. Say anything against Nani, Juicy gets triggered, goes on a rant. I did someone isolate that clip talking about my goddamn Nani rant. Hey, I'm defending that girl. Plus, she thick. Chat, she thick. She's beautiful. Nani's definitely what I was like, all right. Yeah. Rod Serling? Yeah, Rod Serling could lift it. Spock? I feel like maybe, but he's had like an occasional, definitely not Zachary Quinto Spock. No, he's been too emotional. I don't think he could do it. I don't know if he could do it. Maybe OG Leonard Nimoy Spock could do it. I think he could do it. Yeah, he'd be able to do it. I don't, yeah, because I think like OG Spock, especially like when we get to like older, like Wrath of Khan Spock, definitely. Wrath of Khan Spock could definitely live Mjolnir. OG series, I don't know, maybe. Zachary Quinto, no fucking way, but Wrath of Khan Spock, no question. Oh, Picard, yes, Picard could, no question. Yeah, Picard could do it. Picard could definitely lift the hammer. Data maybe at one point, but I think like the Vision won't be able to do it anymore. Thank you. Oh, who is this? Please don't be Haas again. Positive. Thank you for the follow. You're not Haas. Congratulations. You're my new Huckleberry. Welcome to stream. We're talking about who could lift Mjolnir. Yeah, Picard definitely could. No, I'm not even questioning that. Picard is an absolute yes. Yes. Off topic. If Kratos gets Thor's hammer in the next God of War, I'm done. That's what's going to happen. I bet. That's going to happen. That'll be a new weapon. Or Boy gets it, which I would not be shocked by. But for real, I think Lilo could lift it. She's pretty hard. But she fucking tortures her older sister constantly. Makes her life a living hell. When we looked at exactly a hammer. Yeah, no, Captain Picard from Next Generation could definitely lift it. Picard from Picard could lift it. Data was a dick, Matt. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't think Data can do it. The alerts are back, but they seem to. It looks like Haas is left, so we're good. Crispin, could Carmen lift the hammer? No, he's pretty far. And how much of an asshole he is? No, there's no South Park character that can do it. Well, no. I don't know anyone from South Park that can do it. No, even Butters. He's too emotionally conflicted. I don't think so. It was just nice. Just make nice life living. No. Absolutely not. Chris will get Hitler's hammer and then Cave Skull. Probably. It's probably exactly what's going to happen. Randy or Jimmy. I was thinking Jimmy. Randy, no. Definitely not Randy. Definitely not Randy. I was thinking Jimmy, though. I was. But I'm like, if any of the characters from South Park, I would probably, if I had to pick one, to be like, okay, he's got to lift Thor's hammer, I would probably pick Jimmy. Just because he is the most mature out of the boys. He's the most well-adjusted. I think he would probably be... Timmy, yeah, I'd throw Timmy in there too. Jimmy or Timmy could do it. Possibly. I mean, again, if I had the choice, it's like it would be any South Park character, either of them. Everyone else, no fucking way. No fucking way. Guess Token doesn't matter here. I'll go now. No, you can stay. I don't think Token could lift it either. The Crip episode of Jimmy. All the Jimmy and Timmy episodes are funny. Chris, what about the crackhead Tao? You mean Tali? No, fucking, you have, what's his name? I forgot his name. The little poop. Mr. Hanky. Hi-ho. And you got Tali. Mr. Hanky and Tali could not do it. Yeah, Mr. Garrison, no way, fucking no way Mr./Mrs. Garrison could do it. No. I would not allow that. I'd be like, absolutely not. That's not happening. You want to get high? Yes, now he was putting difficulties in raising a child at a young age. But fucking Lilo made it hard on her the whole time. She could have been fucking, not weird and shit. It makes sense that an orphan who gets bullied would be a kind of an asshole to all the kids at the hula school were brats. True. Oh, yeah, all the kids are... Yeah, fuck that little white girl. What the fuck her name is. I do love that scene. Like, fucking Lilo was justified to go... She fucking hit that kid. She fucking punched that little girl. I was like, good. That's the one case I was on Lilo's side. It's like, yeah, she did... Pat right in the face. I agree with that one, chat. All right, what about Mr. Mackey? No. Okay. No, I can't go with Mr. Mackey. Oh, Wendy. Oh, okay. Maybe Wendy. Outside of Jimmy and Timmy, maybe Wendy. I can see that. No one Rick and Morty could do it. No. Rick and Morty, no. Archer, no. Simpsons. Shit. Ah, God, I don't know. Maybe Lisa? No, I would even say Lisa. Oh, Chef. Oh, that's true. Chef could have done it. He's dead. Flanders? Nah, maybe. Maybe Flanders. Maggie. Oh, there it is. Maggie. Maggie's the one. Maggie be able to do it. Chef was great. Children! Yeah. You done Mr. Poopy Butthole? maybe Mr. Poopy Butthole could do it. I forgot about him. We haven't seen Mr. Poopy Butthole in a while, chat. Aang. I think I was thinking about that for my answer, Aang. But I don't know, just because he ran away. Again, it's not his fault. It's complicated with Aang. I love that character. But he has a lot of emotional baggage, and he is very scared about driving his friends away from himself, especially in the first season. You can see that. I don't know. But I guess no, Qatar. No, I don't know. If I had to pick two, it would either be Aang or Katara that could lift it. No, Aang at the end of the... Okay, if we're talking about the end of the series, definitely yes. And then he becomes like a shitty... Which I think always never sat well with me, is that Aang became a shitty dad. Oh, Chad, don't get me going. I talked about this in my streams. But one of the things that really bothered me was the idea that Aang just became a bad dad. I was like, I don't like... And that Katara... That's the other thing. That's the big thing. It's like... And Katara would let that go. Oh, Iroh. Yeah, Iroh could lift it. No question. Iroh could definitely lift it. But one of the things I just really, really got stuck in my craw is that Katara would allow Aang to be a bad father. I was like, there's no fucking way Katara would ever allow that. And that was one of the many problems the Legend of Korra had. Like, I really like that first season. I like it a lot. I love Amon. I love the idea of the Equalist. But fuck. When we started to learn that Aang's kids were like, wow, shit, dad kind of sucked. I was like, what the fuck is happening? That was never got bad dad vibes from. Yo, absolutely there was, because you saw, because Tenzin is always talking about how he had this great relationship with dad, but then Kaya and Boomy were like, dad was never with us. We never went on all those trips. He always took you. We were never alone. We were always with mom. It was like, and I was like, and well, Tenzin has issues because he's trying to live up to his father's legacy. But Boomy and Kaya, they didn't even know their father. And the fact that you're telling me that Aang, I was like, oh, because Aang was contrary on continuing the airbenders, airman culture. But it's like, you're telling me that Katara just totally let Aang like ignore the other kids? No. I do not believe that. That was bullshit. That really bothered me. And that was one of the elements of season 2, and it continued on to season 3 and 4. Aang wasn't raised by his parents. He never knew it. That's true. No, he didn't. But it's just weird for me but then why would Katara let that go? Katara is a, like, she's it was a joke in the series. People would make fun of her that she's like motherly. She's like, I'm not motherly. And like, she was such a motherly person, and she's very into it, because that's a lot, like, that's waterbending culture. It's all about the family. It's really focused on those tight-knit communities. And you're telling me that she had no problem that her husband was a bad dad? I'm like, no. Zuko, by the end of the series, I think could lift the hammer. I think she became better. Katara would have beat his ass. She would have kicked his ass. She'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? You're not going to do this to our children. We got very far away from the question. I know. I know. This is what happens. This is what fucking happens, though, when we do these. This makes it fun. So it makes it fun. Aang knows loneliness and loves all clans, water, earth. He could never. Yeah, I never bought that. I never bought that he was a bad dad. I was like, you got to be fucking kidding me in the show. Like that. And that bothered a lot. I wasn't alone in that. I wasn't alone in that feeling that there's like, what the hell did this come from? And it does not make sense that Katara would allow that. Sokka would try to lift it but fail, but it would be adorable. No, you're right. he would try to lift it and he would fail, but he would be so cute doing it. I agree. Momo, yes. Momo could do it. Anyways, I love Katara is the girl you always want. She is. No, Katara is. I can imagine because I grew up watching that show. I remember when that show first premiered in 2005, and I loved it. I loved those characters. But Katara is probably like I guess she is my favorite character from that series. I just love how well-rounded she is, and the trauma that she felt and relationship with her brother and how that changes over time. All the characters are great. So many of those characters are great. How they really do go through changes, maybe with the exception of Toph. Sokka, Sokka's kind of like, he's a product of his environment, sexist, super sarcastic, but he becomes better. He has a greater respect for women. Absolutely does. He takes his lumps. Aang becomes more mature as the series goes on. And I love Aang and Katara's relationship, how that changes. But Katara's that one. She is the rock. Like, the thing is, Team Avatar, the Gain, they would not have gotten as far without her. Like, she is Aang's rock because he loves her. He falls in love with her. Sokka's the older brother, but he needs Katara. Toph, Toph and Katara are so different from each other, but Toph needs someone to keep her in check. Like, Katara is really the rock of that group. I think she is the reason why they got as far as they did. I'm definitely for Aang. Just because I just always remember that one episode. Because she was the only one that could calm him down. Like, really, like when Aang goes in the Avatar state, like, famously, there's this great scene in season 2, and it happens a couple times, but there's that one scene in the desert where Appa has been kidnapped by sandbenders, and Aang is so mad and everything, and then eventually they find the sandbenders and confronts them, and they reveal, oh yeah, we took Appa, we took the bison, and we sold him, and Aang just he loses it. He goes into the Avatar state because he's so mad, and Sokka takes Toph and they run. He's like, we got to move now. Everyone got to fucking move. He's going to kill us. He's going to kill us all. But there's this great scene when Aang is lifting up in the air and we see Katara just standing there so sad and downcast. And she's looking at Aang and she has tears in his eyes and he has tears in his eyes. And she reaches up for him and grabs him. And he's looking down like, I'm going to fucking kill who touched me. And he sees her. And he has that realization. It's like, if it was anyone else, I think he would have killed them. But he sees her. And then he's like, oh my God. And he stops and she just holds him. She just holds him the entire time until he finally comes down. And her face, just that complete understanding of what's going on and that sadness, what's going on in him and what she needs to do for him. It's brilliant. She's the heart. She's the Pandy Lay. That's true. She's the heart of that show. Me has not watched the spin-off series. That's fine. It's the Avatar Last Airbender. We can do this one. Oh my God, I cry. It's so good. And where is the hammer lifting narrative? So Katara could definitely lift the hammer. There it is. To wrap it up, I think Katara, out of any of them, could definitely lift the hammer. I would say she would do it. Aang by the end of the series could probably do it. And Zuko, by the end of the series, could probably do it. But if we're talking just like in the middle of the season, I think Katara is the only one. I watched the series so many times. It's so good. It's my favorite animated show of all time. One of my favorite shows of all time, and probably my favorite animated show of all time. It is so goddamn good. And my Shyamalan Aang can for sure. Don't start. Don't get me started. I could live to pizza. Yay! Speaking of pizza, I'm hungry. I'm hungry, Chad. But there you go. That's the last question from Color Me Hazel. I hope you liked it. Did you like my answer, Color Me Hazel, to your question? Oh, Lord. We have fun here, Chad. 1 hour. Hey, that's what I give you, though. I give you thick, robust, girthy, well-endowed answers. I told you, Chad. I'm a man of my word. I'm a man of my word, chat. I hope it's sugar deep dishes. No. Man, my word, I give what you want. I give you what you want, chat. But now, chat, I do have to get going. I got to get going, chat. Man, I'm guilty. I really like well-endowed answers. Yeah, that's what I provide in spades every Saturday on Class in the Glass Cast for your ass. A little bit sass. Man, I'm guilty. Alex, hope you're doing very well. Good to see you. How's the stream's been? How's the stream's been going? I'm a man of my word. Huh? I am. Come on, I don't lie all the time. I'm not always lying, Naya. In this case, I was very truthful. Yeah, this is fun. I needed this. No, I'm glad you liked it, Baby G. I hope everyone liked it. This was so much talk. I just love going into details about this, all these things, and now we go on the tangent. It's so much fun. He's a man of of way too many words. I for the first time in 9 months last night. Whoa! Mike and I streamed some Fallout. Nice. I just missed your face. Thank you, Alex. It's a pleasure to have you. Well, next time you stream, I gotta raid you. I gotta give you some support. Chat, please check out Madam Guillotine. Give her some follows, subscriptions, some donations, some biddies. Would appreciate it. It's good to have you here. Well, that went by so fast. Yeah, it was 4.5 hours, chef. 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours later. Here we are. Thank you. But I do need to get going, chat. I'm tired. I'm hungry. I got to finish up an episode of Midnight Mass, chat.